Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at for today is somebody who rolled into the Tuber Chat family just a few months ago, probably more than I think, but has had impact on all of us immediately, helping other creators by swapping playlists for watch hours and engaging conversation in the chat. I think they've been here for just about every single stream since they first found us. And I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we stream, but I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if people are coming in just to say hello, drop a thumbs up. And I know we've got a few friends that run this stream in the background. I appreciate that as well. And then when we look at Crafty Witch 232, I think they updated their avatar. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but I thought I noticed that when I pulled the channel up just a moment ago before we started. Crafty Witch 232 already has 715 subscribers, which is great to see, and 165 videos between live streams and shorts as well. When we look at what they're creating on the channel, first of all, they tell us in the About section they craft all the things, and then they're a cross-stitcher, crocheter, 3D print enthusiast, jewelry maker, perler, beater, and sewing ninja. So there you have it. When we look at the videos, you get an idea of some of the things they're creating. What I have found on this channel more than anything else is a mix of 3D printing and crochet together, which is a really unique combination, at least for somebody like myself. You see a lot of pop culture references in some of the shorts videos, especially the ones that have done really well, getting into 10,000 and 13,000 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. They're live frequently, often making, but sometimes playing video games as well. So they've added that just recently into their arsenal, let's say. And hopefully everybody will connect with this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, Crafty Witch 232. And we're featuring a different channel every single day at the beginning of our, I say every single day, but every time we stream at the beginning of our live streams. And you'll notice the screenshots on the thumbnails of our live streams as well, so you can take a peek and see who's going to be featured next. And it's always creators who I see that have had an impact, not just here in the Tuber Chat streams, but out in the YouTube streets, as we like to call it, supporting other creators. I've got quite a few names on our wheel for today. Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures are there, of course. I'm not sure if the Stock Explorer is still here. I thought they peeked in at the beginning. Beloved and dedicated moderators here. And then we always put moderators and members onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So Life with Tanisha RN and It's Me Alec were both early in the door. PK Adventure Travels and Day One Walks are also here. Vima's Crochet and Tim Mitchell came in. And Blessed to Crochet is in the chat, and I'm about to get Create and Relate onto the wheel as well. And then after a little while, I will add names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. We expect to be here for 3 hours with a bonus 1 hour live stream on our copyright-free music channel right afterwards to give us 4 hours to connect with each other. Creatures of the Maroon Lagoon is in the house. They're fairly new. They've been here 3 or maybe 4 times by now, but it's good to see you here. Alex and Alex Wandern is a long time friend. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official is fairly new, but I'm going to put them on the wheel in a moment here. Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen and Brampton Gardner are both longtime friends. John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life, and Lady Crochet Manuela are both here. M&T Living It is a longtime friend, and New Horizons Above and Beyond is with us just about every single day. Crafty Witch 232 is gifting a membership, so thank you for that extra generous support. I really do appreciate that. It is absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated when those things happen. And usually I would put that channel on the screen, but they're already there. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen in order when those things happen, and then we get back to spinning the wheel right away afterwards. Mama G Gear will be happy to have that, I'm sure. The last time I caught her for a live stream, she was really saying wonderful and kind things about the Tuber Chat family. John Paul, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And let us think about spinning the wheel. I keep laughing about Living Large with L Crew the other day. So we swapped playlists. So did Crafty Witch 232, who I think said that they're getting close, if I'm not mistaken. And swapping playlists is something that we do here often for watch hours. But I had swapped playlists with Living Large with L Crew a few weeks ago as well. And I laugh sometimes because you see, we've probably all sent the wrong message to the wrong person at some time, and that could be detrimental, of course. But I had swapped playlists with Live and Large with L Crew and then started sending them messages like a week later saying, hey, I'm going to run your playlist for you, before I realized I was talking to the wrong person again. But I was really impressed with her videos as well. I keep calling her the shuffle dancing queen now. I had no idea. In all this time, Live and Large with L Crew has been here as long as I can remember, but let's just say a year. And it could be much longer, so forgive me if I'm wrong. In all this time, I never saw any of the shuffle dance videos. But when I was running the playlist for the channel, then I started to see some of that stuff and was very much impressed. Sail Whiskey Dream, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Vima's Crochet is fairly new, but we're going to talk about their channel right now.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
Itchin' to Scratch UK, good to see you in the house. And thank you for the like as well. Those thumbs up always help. Vima's Crochet is up on the screen right now. Now, this is a fairly new channel. We've had her channel up on the screen a few times now, at least twice, if not 3 times, I think. Working on 1,600 subscribers, but obviously it's a channel I'm still getting to know. So I'm just going to grab the latest video here. It's quite lengthy, well over an hour, but that'll give you a solid hour of watch time as well. I'm going to put that into my catch-up playlist. That's a special playlist I use just to keep or get caught up with creators. And then we get an idea through the thumbnails about the different things they're going to crochet here. Jeremy from Hats on a Mission will be happy to see the beanies. And then, pardon me, shorts on the channel as well. We see some really nifty, crafty things. And then when we get into the popular ones, they've already got one over 1,200 views, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Vima's Crochet. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Like I said, I'm still getting to know them, but I have a feeling a few people here had already met them before coming into the Tuber Chat family, if that makes any sense. Hilda DC, our dear, dear friend, is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. Real for Life, Kim D is a member right now, so I'm going to put them on the wheel. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel literally in a second here. The Bud Files also snuck in. That's likely Sue. And their channel has really grown and expanded over the last couple of years. Let's spin the wheel and we'll get the next channel ready to go.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Another channel that I'm just getting to know recently came in just in the last couple of weeks, but this is Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official, and they're often connected to Tim Mitchell. So we'll look at that channel in another second here. When we look at what Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official is doing on their channel, they'll give us some information on their About section, Chef CV, and then they've got content they say that's both for beginners to pros when we're talking about cooking and being in the kitchen. I have a lot to learn there. I can cook to save my life, but nothing I do is spectacular. Maybe I'll learn a little bit more from this channel. So they're posting frequently, and we've had them up on the screen a few times now, but maybe what I'm going to do is take another older video I'm going to take this knife sharpening video because I'm curious about this. I'll put this into my catch-up list, and that will give me another piece of content to watch. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels, but after weeks and months by hanging out in premieres, live streams, and watching videos, I get to know the content as well. When we look at what they've got going on the shorts videos, a lot of cooking videos here, a little bit of random content, but a couple of these are getting close to 600 views, which is great to see. We know they're working on 400 subscribers. Hopefully we can push them a little bit closer to that milestone as well. And when we look at their live streams, we see that they're live pretty frequently, at least once a week. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these soon. I don't think I've caught you for a live stream yet. And we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. Precious Gems, good to see you in the house. I've got you on the wheel. But we're going to look at Tim Mitchell right now because they came in along with Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official a little while back, and they were promoting that channel. So let's see what Tim Mitchell has got going on, if I can catch them from the search results, or if I'm gonna have to grab them from their link perhaps for today. Already subscribed, have to be subscribed already by now. I think we've had them on the screen a couple of times as well. I'll get them by their link for today. Yeah, 28 subscribers. So I find that most channels get to #1 for their name by the time they get to 800 subscribers. But for a lot of creators, it's even earlier than that, but rarely before the first 100, let's just say. So I'm going to put their link in the chat for everyone. So that's Tim Mitchell right there. And then hopefully everybody will connect with them. They're fairly new, like I said. Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life. Good to see you here. Lady Crochet Manuel is still in the house. I felt like I missed a channel coming in a few minutes ago, and forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. I don't mean to miss anybody. When we look at Tim Mitchell, we see a creator that's got a bit of information on their About page, but literally letting us know that they actually produce the videos over on Munchie Mafia Official there. So they've got a couple of videos of their own here. They've got one short to get us started with, and hopefully everybody will connect with both of those channels, Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official and Tim Mitchell, and we'll spin the wheel and we'll get to our next channel.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Scott from Controversial Cruising is in the house. That's a longtime friend now as well. And he's everywhere all the time. I just watched a premiere, and I think it was on Sea Leg Journeys this morning with Scott and Elisa from, Alicia's Cruising Adventures. Pardon me, I'm getting her name of her channel wrong. She's here with us all the time. There's so many cruising channels now. Forgive me, that'll be my excuse for today. We didn't have any travel content or cruising channels for a few years a while back. And I'm sure everybody remembers that. And then all of a sudden we had this influx, and the travel and cruising channels continue to flood in here, and they have a vibrant community and a lot of support between each other there as well. Precious Gems is a longtime friend, and this is somebody who's bringing us music and animation right now. When we look at their videos, they're posting frequently. At one point, they were posting almost every single day. I see they got some like 80s themed stuff going on there. Is that a Toyota Supra? I've been seeing all these advertisements for no reason on Facebook Marketplace for Toyota Supras. I didn't even know what that car was. Like, I don't know cars any better than anybody else, I promise you. And all of a sudden I started seeing these ads months ago, and it's every day. Probably because I looked at one. Let's see what Precious Gems has got going on. The latest video is really, really short, so I'm going to take the one before that. Perfect to connect with, actually, over 3 minutes here, a few of these. And I'll put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to sort of keep caught up. They've got some shorts on the channel here as well. These have gotten into 8,000, 10,000, 16,000 views on one of them, which is great to see. We can see they're growing fast as well. Dare to Search, good to see you in the house. And Six Bows is Back is another longtime friend of probably 4 years or longer, pretty close to it. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody, but let's spin the wheel. We're moving faster than we usually do today, and we'll get another channel up on the screen.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
And our dear friend, Hilda DC, who's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator, is coming up. Every moderator on this channel is a longtime dear friend of mine, but they're all dear friends of each other, and they all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things that they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. So when we look at Hilda DC, we see one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my now 8 years on YouTube, and Hilda DC is closing in on 2,600 subscribers. She's really done a lot of variety in her videos over the years. A lot of fun, and some of the things that she does are taste test challenges and a lot of cooking videos as well. So you'll find a lot of food on this channel. She's also done a lot of variety, especially in the earlier days, and she live streams occasionally. But she's been putting out videos, again, not too distantly over the last little while, if that makes any sense. And Hilda DC is somebody who's so supportive to other creators that she can basically drop a premiere or a live stream whenever she wants, and she'll have a flood of an audience because of what she's done for others. They come back to support her as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Hilda DC, get her a little bit closer to that 2,600 subscribers. We know she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we look at her shorts videos, we see there's her special channel mug. And then lots of food in her shorts videos here. But if I flip to the popular tab, we see there's a lot of variety here. And some of these have really moved. 2,900, 6,200, one over 47,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are occasional, but she did one a few months ago. We'll see if she's going to do one again soon. I've been on panels with her many times, both on her channel and others as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Hilda DC. Not only a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, but I can't say it enough, one of the most encouraging creators that I've met. The reason why I mentioned that is because when you go through her content, you'll find positive affirmations all over the place, both from the creator herself, special effects on the screen. She gets Nightbot on the case and is a strong-willed creator who absolutely stands behind and beside her audience. And I'd love for you to be a part of that. So I hope you'll connect with her. Sean the Great Gamer is a longtime friend. Good to see you in the house. And Day One Walks is another longtime friend that we know from a different channel. With a similar name, though, actually. So let's get Day One Walks up here, and I'll show you his other channel in a minute.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
Be Amazing Sylvia is in the house. She's one of our longest standing members. And actually, in a moment, what I'm going to do is play a clip from our interview series. She joined me in the newest upcoming episode of the interview series that I'm talking about. These are videos that are anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long, where I ask the featured creators for their opinion. they have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So we're going to hear from Be Amazing Sylvia soon. We'll go on a break after we talk about these couple of channels, and then we'll be right back. There's Life with Lucia and Glenn. Good to see you here. When we look at Day One Walks, we see a creator now with over 300 subscribers, but this is their second newer channel. So I'm just going to grab the latest video because this is a little more laxed or laid back than the original. This was funny. I don't know how you ride these things. I haven't even tried ever, but they're an expert with this. I don't know what they called it, a wheelie skateboard thing, right? Most people have seen it. It's the one wheel thing. And Day One Walks is going to bring us usually outdoors for a look around different metropolitan areas. And then let's look at shorts quickly on this channel. We see that these have gotten into 600 and even 3,000 views. And then Day One Adventures is the channel we've known for many years, where he might have, I think he changed the name now to put that space in there. Yeah, there it is right there. And then Day One Adventures is going to bring us more travel, obviously. He's got a few restaurant and food reviews here in the latest videos, but he'll take us outdoors for all different types of travel. And then when we look at shorts on this channel, we see that they've gotten into 5,700, 9,400 on one of these, which is great to see. And then a live stream as an experiment with a fireworks show, which is always cool to see. And hopefully we can push him towards the 2,500 subscribers we know he's going to be thinking about. Pixie Dust Travelers in the house, good to see you here. So what we'll do right now is we'll go on a break for 3.5 minutes. And right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from that interview series. I'll make it quick. We'll come right back. We'll look at Be Amazing Sylvia's channel. But first, I want you to hear what she has to say. This is just a small clip from an upcoming episode of interviews where these creators talk about how to pass your first 10,000 subscribers.
Okay, what I want to do is inform first and foremost. Anytime you make any type of video, you want to inform. You want to tell people a story. You want to show people a story. And when you show and you tell that story, you want to tell how that story affected you. And you want to tell your results.
Okay. Because
seeing is believing. And people want to see what I'm talking about. See what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to do. And basically, I'm going to make it into a mini series on all of the products I have tried and how they have affected me. So.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's going to be something else to look forward to, especially knowing that you're starting something new now with the experience that you've got. So this is a perfect opportunity for me then to bring you back to the beginning and say, what kind of change have you seen in yourself, in your channel, in your community and audience based on all the things you've done up to now?
When I first started, I was such a green thumb. I didn't know what I was doing. I was all over the place. I promise you, just making videos, rambling, and I look back at one of my first videos and was like, what in the world? You know, it was all kinds of bloopers and everything. And I wanted to be such a perfectionist at the beginning. But as I have walked on this journey, I've realized people don't want perfectionists. People want real.
Yes.
So when I make a mistake in a video, I cannot leave it in there. I'll be like, oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but y'all already know I got an old lady brain. Now, a lot of people who follow me realize that. They was like, Sylvia forgetting a heartbeat. Not will, because I'm so busy. And I said, y'all already know I got an old lady brain, so we're going to keep that right in there because what you see is what you get when you visit me. So I've learned that's how I changed. I learned how to just roll with the flow, be genuine, be real, be factual.
Yes.
And I'm not afraid to try new things. I try new stuff all the time. Sometimes it's a hit and miss. Sometimes it's a rock and roll. I did a short about 3 months ago. I think it's at 60,000 views right now.
Oh, goodness.
And I tried another one, that same genre, and it didn't work. That's all right. I'm gonna stay with it because I think that it's a niche for me, but I just gotta work a little harder at it.
Right.
So don't be afraid to work hard. And if you get one no, people, remember, the next one will be a yes.
There you go. Yes. All right, we're just about back. You heard that clip right before we went on break there from Be Amazing Sylvia. She's now closing in on 14,000 subscribers, and she's got a lot of magic on her channel. We talk about that in that interview. It goes on for almost an hour. But Be Amazing Sylvia has been a dear friend since the beginning of Superchat. She's one of the original 7 members of the Drop the Link Day crew, and still to this day she does live streams that are meant to help people connect in a very similar way to what we do here in Superchat. Now, it's not that there's one right way or wrong way to connect with people. We keep doing things the way we have for the last almost 5 years now. But Be Amazing Sylvia is all knowledgeable about all things YouTube, so she can help you connect and meet lots of friends as well. This is an example of one of those streams, and she'll be on in a few days, so you can get your local time zone when you go look at that, put the notification bell on. But she does a few different things as well. Her channel is essentially variety. When we dig through her videos, you're going to see, even in the shorts here, there's a lot of variety. But there's some magic here. a little while ago, she had a shorts video that really took off, and many around that continued. And you can see that here. She's got one at 250,000 views, another one at 264,000, another at 680,000, and one more at 760,000 views, more than 750,000 views on one of these. So, of course, she did a lot of these afterwards. Her daughter happens to be a cheerleader. She talks about that in the interview series as well. And then she's posting videos of all types, literally a variety channel. We get to have a great look into Be Amazing Sylvia's life, her small business, her YouTube channel, her journey, and everything surrounding that. She takes us outdoors, indoors, and I've just taken her latest video and put that into my catch-up list. You can see she's monetized, of course, and then when we look at Sylvia's daily positivity, you're going to see a second channel from this creator. She started this with her daughter, and there's a few videos with them together here. And then Sylvia expanded this into daily positivity and positive affirmations. And you'll find that in the shorts videos, especially 1,700, 3,100. There's more variety here, and almost 300 subscribers on this channel as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sylvia's daily positivity and Be Amazing Sylvia. And that episode of our interview series will come up in a few weeks, and hopefully you'll go back and watch the whole playlist. We're going to have 6 episodes up there pretty soon.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
And then Lisa J. Stocks is in the house, and tomorrow's a big day. Or it's not tomorrow, sorry, April 2nd. April 2nd is a big day. It's when we find out whether the tariffs are actually coming in or if we're going to get another pullback and see what happens there. Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us not just with the stock markets, but crypto and all sorts of investing, saving, and other ideas as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I feel like I missed another channel coming in. I know Dawn's Southern Finds is here, and Crafting Enthusiast Autumn is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Mel Runs Things, sorry, you should have been on there already, but I'm going to get you onto the wheel right now. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Scratch and Pete PA up on the screen right now is known as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. One of our beloved and dedicated moderators. If you can believe it, he's actually been here for well over 750 times for hours at a time. It's hard to believe in when I hear myself say it. But, you know, you don't have any choice but to shake your head, look up, and thank God. How could you possibly be so lucky to have somebody so supportive around? And anybody that's already met Scratch and PPA, Scratch and PPA is going to say that he's one of their most supportive creators. Or supportive supporters, let's just say. He happens to be a creator, and this is a perfect example of somebody who really put a lot of thought into what they were going to do before they did it. So when he became Scratch and Pete PA and got his content started on his channel, he put an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching and pits 2 lottery tickets against each other every week and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, X, or Facebook. He's been doing this for over 4 years now. And with perfect consistency, he has not missed a Tuesday. 12:15 Eastern is when he drops his videos. 99% of those are premieres. We're there every single week, and if you can catch us for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this here, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, Garden State Gardener, VX Speaks Royally, and a few select others. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. And he sets his premieres up early, so usually around Saturday, we can get our notifications on for these. You're going to notice, of course, he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He's working on 2,400 subscribers now. And you notice presentation is at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails, which give us a hint about this week's tickets that we can vote on. You always got to vote the week before, of course. And then he does giveaways in his video series, and there's a hint about that on his thumbnails. His banner's updated every week. And then his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video over 4.5 years ago. So hopefully everybody will connect with him, and I'll show you that he actually expanded the content on his channel not too long ago as well. So this fellow Canadian took a trip to Italy last year and brought us a lot of vlogging style shorts videos where he's showing us all the different areas that he visited, along with a lot of Italian lottery tickets that we otherwise might not have seen. And then a live stream, his first ever, came from that trip to Italy, and I know a lot of us are hoping for more, but mostly we're happy to see that he's expanded the content on the channel, and hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA, a beloved and dedicated moderator here, and like I said, a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. And then Jesse Journals and Unboxes, good to see you in the house. And Pixie Dust Traveler Tracy, I'm not sure if I said hello earlier. I see you're going to hop out, but thank you for being here. I do appreciate every moment. Dare to Search is still here. CGU Cinematic Gaming Universe, good to have you in the house. Nancy Perrin Ministries, I got you on the wheel already. They're a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Soon going to be time for me to add names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream, but let's spin for now.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Hadgeways is here. Little Yesties in the house. Three Cheese and Me has made it in, and I think I saw Foxy's Friends too. Handicapped Travelers is up on the screen right now, and this is another couple of creators who are with us just about every single stream lately. They do live streams really only once a month, but I was lucky I caught them the other day when they did one of these. They give us a great chance to get to know them, and they talk a lot of travel and whatever else comes up in the chat. They do a great job of keeping up with everybody. They recently celebrated I was going to say an anniversary. It was Valentine's Day. Where did the Valentine's Day video go? Well, for the life of me, I can't remember where it is. I thought there was maybe I'm mistaken. I thought there was a Valentine's Day video here, but that's okay. These creators are together all the time. They're doing different things. A lot of cooking videos on the channel to go along with the travel, actually. And they've got another one coming up. They got a premiere set. We always set notifications for everything we see, premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel, and that's just to make sure we catch each other as often as possible. As well, they've got some shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 2,600 views on a couple of them, featuring some winter weather there, which is cool to see, and a lot of outdoor content. Yeah, I missed the thumbnail on the Valentine's Day video. I don't know where on earth it went. Maybe it was longer ago than I think, right? But thank you for that. So, Handicapped Travelers, 1,300 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 1,400. We know that they're thinking about, and I'll leave it to everybody to find that Valentine's video when you get over there. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And Northern Girl Hobbies, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Nancy Perrin Ministries is going to bring us spiritual inspiration. You can see right away from the banner, prayer, worship. And then she's got some more information on her About section as well. And Nancy Perrin Ministries is posting fairly frequently. So yeah, up to a month ago, she was posting, I think, once a week. And then she's got some shorts on the channel as well. These feature a bit of outdoor content and a little bit of variety. And then I'll look at the popular ones. Yeah, she's already gotten into 1,300 views on one of these. And then live streams on the channel as well. So I just caught her. Yeah, I guess it's a few weeks ago. Seems to be live approximately once a week. So lots of opportunity to catch her. But like I said, we always put notification bells on for every single channel. And that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. We would love to push Nancy Perrin Ministries towards their 1,200 subscribers. Now, forgive me if I get this wrong. I think it was Perrin family. I can't remember for the life of me the name of the second channel. She's got 2 channels, and I keep forgetting about the other one. The Perrin Family USA, I think this is, yeah, there it is. Okay, 776 subscribers on this channel. And this is one that I haven't seen enough of. So when we look at this, we've got a detail about the family, a little bit of information about homeschooling, and a look into their life. I've got premieres set for the next 2. One of them's coming up tomorrow. So we have that to look forward to, and a few days after that. Let me get this, let me get another video here. I lost my mind. I'm going to take that video, I'm going to put it in my catch-up list, and I'm going to see for myself. And then shorts on the channel. We saw some, you know, whenever I see stuff like this, like these plates of food that are all cut up like, you know, as if it's for a gathering or something like that, I'm always excited. Like cheese trays. And especially if I ever see a birthday cake or a cake of any kind, I have to know where it's on its way to. When we look at shorts on the channel, some more winter weather there. There's always a hint, that's why I keep mentioning that. But they've got one of these into 1,600 views on this channel as well. And then when we get into live streams, it's been a little while. So she did one a month ago, and then we'll see if she's going to continue them here. But we know she's going live weekly on the other channel. So that's Nancy Perrin Ministries right there. And then, yes, playlists can be a great tool for keeping up with creators, you know, and I've been saying this lately, but, you know, I can't tell the good ideas from the bad ideas when I have them. But I hope everybody will take whatever the good ideas are and use them for yourself, because most of them are not my ideas anyway. There's things I've learned along the way. But playlists can be a great help when it comes to keeping caught up with creators. So I have my catch-up playlist with a fun name so that I can make sure I stay as caught up as possible. You know, we can never watch every single video everybody puts out, but to do as much as we can for each other is the idea. And playlists are really easy to make. I'll give you an example right now. We'll look at Michael's Adventures. So his latest video from yesterday I did not see. So I'm going to take that video. Instead of putting it in my catch-up list, which would be simply clicking on the 3 dots here and going Save to Playlist, what I'm going to do instead of putting it in that playlist is just make another one here. I'll just call it Michael's. I think I have one called Michael already. He posts every single day, so it takes a moment to keep caught up with him. You can make it private when you make a new playlist this way, or public or unlisted. You wonder, why would anybody make a playlist unlisted? So there's a couple of reasons. First of all, if you want a playlist to share, but you don't really want it to be found, you know, maybe you listen to some YouTube music or something like that, or you've got a bunch of, it could be anything, crochet videos, cooking videos, anything at all that you want to share with somebody because you just want them to see the videos kind of thing, but they're not into the whole YouTube. They have a channel and small channels connecting and all that stuff, if you understand what I mean. The other thing too is you can make an unlisted playlist so that people don't accidentally run into it on your playlist tab, but you can use it on your front page so that you can organize your videos the way that you want to. You can see what Michael's Adventures has done here. He's got one shelf, that's what we call these, where he's got many different playlists that people can connect with. So that's just a quick example. Not a really good, straightforward idea, but you get what I mean, I'm sure. I'm going to take that video, I'm going to put it in my catch-up list anyway, just to make sure I don't miss it. And I'll just get rid of that playlist afterwards. And then Yes, Blessed to Crochet is reminding us about one of the things that I mentioned that I know is a good idea. So, Edna's World, good to see you here, by the way. Thank you for coming in. When we are sharing our videos on other social networks, right? So, one of the things you could do, I'll share a video from Michael right here. Let me just click on it. I'll give the thumbs up. I'll show everybody why I use Reddit so much, because it's so fast and easy to share. All I have to do is select our community. It's simply Superchat, of course. I'm just going to tell everybody this is a video as opposed to a live stream or anything else. And then I just click post and it's automatically set right there. But when we're doing that, the best thing we can do for ourselves and for other people is to share a playlist link to a video. And what I mean is, if I go over to Michael's here and I click on his Emily playlist, this is one of his visitors that comes around almost daily, what I can do is right click, copy link address, and if I put that up in the URL or the address bar here, you're going to see that it's a much different playlist, or pardon me, it's a much different looking link, but it automatically sends somebody into this playlist. The reason that we want to do that, it's what's called starting a session from another social network. If you send somebody in here from Reddit or from Facebook or from anywhere else, and it's one of the best things you can do, because you're taking somebody who wasn't watching YouTube at that moment and getting them to start watching and hopefully hang out for a long time. That's what YouTube really, really, really loves. All of the platforms love that. They want you to bring people to them and keep them there as long as you can. So a playlist is a great way to do that, because it's going to send somebody, if they get to the end of your video, into your next video instead of sending them to another channel or you know, whatever else. So it just gives you a better chance of keeping people there for a little while. Retention is a big thing for us as well. And that helps too, Blessed to Crochet. Yes, when you're swapping playlists with people, you can just send the playlist right to them. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. And then Dare to Search. Yeah, you get watch hours for any videos that are public, even if the playlist is not public. So as long as the videos are listed as public in your channel, which if they're out there, 99% of them are. You have to put them unlisted or private if you want to. But you lose watch hours if you make them private or unlisted, pardon me. But yes, playlists help, and it's one of the biggest things that we do for each other here is run entire playlists of videos for each other. It's good for retention as well as watch hours. Kaz Crafts and More from the UK, good to see you in the house. Creative Nana, aka Sheila, is in the house as well. And thank you for coming in. Is it spring break already? In Canada we had March break, but I wasn't paying attention. It's already passed. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say it a million times. When we look at Michael's Adventures content, what we're going to see is a lot of wildlife and nature. So he's got visitors that come by all the time. He's got opossums, he's got deer, foxes, raccoons. He does some bird watching. Once in a while he takes us outdoors for a look around his area and a story to be told, usually in a positive way. That was a tornado watch yesterday. There were storms everywhere in the Northeast, it seemed. And then he sets his channel up a couple months in advance a lot of the time. So he's got premieres every single day at 8 p.m. This is how this creator has managed to rack up 4,100 videos and shorts on his channel without live streaming. When you look through, you see some of these outdoor videos as well. I mean, they're all outdoor, but these are where he's given us a look around, a story to go along with it. Once in a while, he plays a slot game on a tablet or a phone, or does some lottery ticket scratching. And you see that in the shorts videos when I look at the more popular ones here, right up to 6,300 views. So hopefully everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures. He's another beloved and dedicated moderator here. He's working on 1,600 subscribers, and of course he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then, yes, so Reddit, absolutely, Blessed to Crochet. That's just another place. Reddit is similar to like a list of Facebook groups kind of thing. Very fast and easy to share, but anybody can share in there, either for yourself or anybody else. It's fine. What I wanted to make on Reddit was just a safe space, because Reddit is known for trolling. Really, really, really horrid, bad, horrific, I want to say bordering on terrorism when it comes to how horrible things can get over there. And what can happen is if you post a video, let's say right now, create and relate, I'll show you something. So let's say they've got their video of a Cricut machine, right? And they want to take this video, they're making some stickers here, and then they want to put them in a sticker group on Reddit. People might slam you like crazy. You don't know what you're doing. How could you put that here? You should get off of YouTube and or Reddit and everything else. It gets awful. And if you put things in the wrong place, so basically any community you go into, you got to reach out to a moderator and say, hey, I'm a YouTuber. I make videos. Can I put my videos about the specific thing here? And then if you put the wrong video, they're going to snap too. So it's not all terrible, and Reddit can be helpful, especially to gaming channels. But I share over there because we have a community where anybody can post any video, and it's fine and nobody can complain and whine and everything else. But they do have good search results over there as well. So let's say Create and Relate is there with that Cricut machine, and somebody happens to be on Reddit looking for Cricut. Their video might come up as a search result, let's just say. So that's how that kind of works. And then a lot of people read Reddit almost like a newspaper. The way we used to think about that. There's just all kinds of stuff that everybody else is putting there. It's random. It doesn't have the same kind of algorithm, it seems, like Instagram and Facebook, where it can be politically charged and advertiser charged and everything else. Really random on Reddit. So I'm not recommending it to anybody. I'm just saying that it's somewhere that anybody can post their videos. And thank you for mentioning it, Blester Crochet, because we do have a Facebook group where anybody can post their videos as well. So you can go over there and add that if you'd like to. And then thank you for asking that again. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know that AceFlaw1 is here. Real for Life Kim D is still in the house. I put you back on the wheel. Sometimes I take names off the wheel if I haven't seen somebody for a while, but members and moderators will all be added, always be added right back. Living large without crew. Yes, it is evil over there. Very evil. You want to learn how to get a thick skin, hang out on there for an hour or more. Ben Sighing Games, good to see you in the house. He streams every single day. And I got to put him on the wheel as well. And then we'll get to Create and Relate's content here. So not only do they do product reviews, they show us what they make with the products after they review them, but they've got a lot of stuff that can relate to YouTube and film equipment, actually, if you want to look at it that way. They might be talking cameras, they might be talking a case for your SD cards here, and then lots of other things that could be used, like for instance these lights. They got a few of those. And they're creating different things as well. So they literally let us know that they make everything in between, from arts and crafts, do-it-yourself, and all sorts of other things. So they've been on a couple of things right now. They were making t-shirts before that. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,300 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. I don't think I caught them for a live stream yet. I've got the notification bell on. I'm going to turn the notifications off and turn them back on, just in case. People say it helps. I don't know if that's true. You have to wonder to yourself, why are you able to get notifications for some channels every day or multiple times a week, and then some people you never see, you never get a notification for, right? One of the things that's a trick, let's say you're on the computer or on your phone and you want to see who's live. Instead of relying on notifications or going to your subscriptions tab here, which is just going to show a bunch of people who are live, but TuberChat, it now is, we got almost 6,000 subscribers, and I'm subscribed to every single person and more, I'm sure. So we know that there's a lot more than a dozen channels that are live right now. But if I go down here to the subscriptions area, now I'm going to see a lot of channels in this list that weren't on the front page when I was looking at it, if that makes any sense. I'm on a computer all the time. I know things are different when you're on a phone, but you see what I mean? How many channels are live on the left-hand menu here that we're not seeing on the front page? So that's just the algorithm or the recommendation engine at work. Dark Swordsman Gaming, good to see you here from the UK. So Terry is in the house. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Yeah, Reddit, it's not all terrible. Reddit's been around a long time. Reddit's like been here since probably before. I'd have to look it up. Let's look it up because I want to know. We'll get when did Reddit come out? You could just talk to ChatGPT in English. So 2005, yes, right after, a year after Facebook. And then yes, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
So almost everybody here in the chat will probably recommend doing live streams to just about every single channel. So, you know, not everybody's going to do them. You don't have to. But it can speed up things like watch hours, and we can think of our channels as having a few different audiences, right? First of all, there are people who like live streams, there are people who like shorts, there are people who like videos. Some of those people like some more of that stuff, but not everybody likes everything. So it's just a thought. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I completely missed that. Dark Swordsman Gaming dropped a super chat there. So we're going to put Dark Swordsman Gaming's channel up next. He's done that countless times before. And absolutely unnecessary, but I do appreciate that extra generous support. And then, yeah, so live streams, Vima's Crochet, I would recommend. If you're unsure at all, you can always hop in with somebody else. Lots of people do StreamYard panels, and that's where we have, you know, many different people on the screen at the same time. Sometimes creators let each other push those things out on each other's channel so everybody gets a few watch hours and this and that. But that can be helpful, hopping on with somebody else to see what it's like and then starting to do live streams is something that a lot of people recommend, as a matter of fact. And Crafting Enthusiast, thank you again for another super chat. They've also done that many times before, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, I'm going to put their channel up right after Dark Swordsman Gaming. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. And pretty soon we're going to take another break in another 5 minutes here or something, and then I'll add a name to the wheel from our chat lists as well. We'll keep that going. And M&T Living It is dropping a super chat as well. They've done that countless times before also. And thank you, all of you, for that extra generous support. And we're well on our way towards today's goal, which you notice I always set up after the first half hour of the stream. And Debs the Pug Mama Quilter is in the house. And Dare to Search says, yeah, they're trying to get the Nerf to go live. So that's one thing that can be helpful is, like I said, going live with somebody else. So, yeah, Sail Whiskey Dream, there's a bit to it all. But the phone is probably easiest for most people because you could just literally, you hit the button, hit live. You know how most people know how to use their phone better than even a computer, I would imagine, these days. You know, we have different software on the computer that often has more features that most people are not going to use. You know, even all these years, I'm a computer guy. I'm on a computer all the time. And I still don't know how to use 99% of the features because they're not necessary. You know what I mean? And that goes for Mac, Windows, and everything else. When we think about the idea of going live, so again, I just, an idea is to go with other people. But otherwise, I promise you, before live streaming, for a lot of people, what it seems to me, from what we've learned over the years, is that, there can be, not for everybody, but for some people, a small amount of intimidation, wondering, like, what am I going to talk about? Is it going to go well? Is anybody going to show up and things like that? One of the things you can do is you can schedule a live stream out in advance so that people know it's coming. You can give everybody the link days and even weeks before you go live. Or you can just message people on another social network. I have people reach out to me on Instagram all the time, but anywhere, and just let people know, hey, I'm going to go live. Do you mind being there? Get a couple of your biggest supporters or your friends on YouTube to make sure that they can be there. Go at a time when everybody can help you. And I promise you, the chat runs the stream a lot of the time. So you'll never run out of things to say, because all you have to do is like move a little bit and somebody will be like, oh, is that a green screen behind you? And then you get to talk about your green screen. You get to go on, you know what I mean? And it's silly things that can come up that drive conversation literally sometimes for hours. And the first time, I don't want to say the first time is hardest, because it's not difficult going live at all, right? You're just talking into the camera. You're not even looking at the people, which can be helpful. We know that public speaking is a big fear in a lot of people, but it's different when you're at least behind a camera. But you can, and then it gets easier every time. So it's not difficult in the first place, but it's easier as you go on. Ghost Lore, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. I know I say the same thing 5 different ways all the time, but I'm sure everybody understands what I mean. But I just want to encourage everybody to try as much as you want to try. I don't want anybody to not go live because it's just a fear and you don't want to do it forever. It's better to, in my opinion, to try and see. If you don't like it, you can always not do it. You can delete it after if you want and just say, I'm never doing that again. But that never happens. Not in 5 years now almost. I've not heard it once from a person that they never want to go live again because it was so terrible. It never happens. People will encourage you. They will want you to do well, and you will do well because of that, if that makes any sense. And then again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Oh yeah, Sail Whiskey Dream. I don't know if you ever saw, I think it's called Peanut Butter Art on Twitch. It's literally just a camera pointed at a jar of peanut butter. It's one of the, it was for years one of the most popular things, I think, on Twitch. If you were to look that up, I'm sure you'll find it easily. Quilting in the Country, Lori is still here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Let's keep moving. So if anybody needs me to elaborate though, then go ahead and give me a nudge, let me know. And if anybody else has questions that you think I can help with, I have to race through my answers here, but I'm happy to talk anything YouTube at all. Life with Tanisha RN is up on the screen. It's interesting. This creator's actually been with us for quite a while. I don't think it's quite been a year. I could be wrong, but it's a channel I'm still getting to know. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. They do a great job of describing what to expect on their About section, though, because they talk about planning, journaling, and enjoying life in between. Somebody like myself, I'm struggling even right now to change my organizational skills to online or digital, let's say, as opposed to pen and paper. Because I want to have my stuff with me all the time. I'm trying to use the Apple stuff, right? Most of you know I'm on iPhone, but I want to use like the calendar and the notes and the reminders in a way that I'm not going to just put them in there and forget to look at them and kind of thing, right? So somebody like Life with Tanisha RN is going to be able to help because they're talking about planning and basically organizing. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 600, almost 700 views on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they got a StreamYard panel. They got Jeremy and Cheryl with them. They've got Rob from Cruising on the High Seas and Travel with them as well. So there's an example. This is what I mean by a StreamYard panel. It looks like a Zoom call, but you recognize it because so many people on YouTube have used StreamYard. It's the most popular one. There's a couple other things like Restream that's out there that people use, and there was Melon for a while and this and that. But this is what we mean when we say a StreamYard panel. And then you got people to talk to as well as whoever's in the chat. And all of the chats combine from all of the channels that are streaming. So if this makes any sense, let me put that screenshot back up there just so you can see what I'm talking about here. But we got 3 people on the screen. These are, well, 4, but these are 3 different channels, right? And if all 3 of them are live at the same time, that means each one of them has their own live chat. I know what I'm saying, you know, it goes without saying. It makes perfect sense, of course, but just for the sake of mentioning it, right? So each person, Rob, up in the top right here, might have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 people in the chat. Jeremy and Cheryl might have 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or 20 people in the chat. And then Life with Tanisha RN might have more people in the chat. But in the background, what you see on the screen when you're using StreamYard has all of the people in all of the chats together. So it's very easy to read, very easy to follow, and nobody gets left out. So it's really, really cool. So that's another idea for those of you thinking about live streaming that haven't done it yet. Ben Cyan Games is getting close to his watch hours for the 4,000 level, but he's going to be doing a monetization celebration soon. I'm assuming next weekend, actually, this weekend coming up. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say it a million times. Life with Tanisha RN. Hopefully everybody will connect with. And let's spin the wheel.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
So there's something else that I mention often, or have mentioned many times over the years. And that's the idea that, like, you know, there are live streams out there, you know, and you can meet a lot of friends. Scratch and PPA, Hilda DC, The Stock Explorer, Garden State Gardener, a few others, their chats just fly. And I know Tuber Chat gets pretty fast. Sometimes we have 50 people in the chat, not always, but it goes up and down, depends on days of the week, time of the day, season of the year, and everything else, right? But you can make friends because there's always new people in the chats. And then thank you, Scratch and PPA. Yes, I am forgetting. I don't know why I'm doing that. Thank you. I tell people I make as many mistakes as anybody, maybe even more. And Scratch and PPA has to catch them all. I don't know how he does it, but he does. But thank you for that. So forgive me. I was supposed to put up Dark Swordsman Gaming, Crafting Enthusiast, and M&T Living It. So I will put those channels up right after we go on our next break. We'll be back in a few minutes. I'll talk about Mel Runs Things right now because I already spun the wheel. And then I lost my train of thought on whatever on earth I was going on about. So we'll just get back to channels. If anybody wants to remind me, or if there was something I was going to elaborate on that I've forgotten already, then just let me know. And I'll be happy to do that. Jennifer Hayes, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Mel Runs Things is bringing us lifestyle, family, cooking, fitness, and running. Living over 50 is basically the idea here. Although what I've seen so far, any of the content can relate to anybody at all. These are lengthy videos, these last couple here. It looks like it's going to be some music. I'll probably enjoy it. Acid jazz is something I've always somewhat liked. And then when we get into shorts on the channel, we get into 2,200, 2,300 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I don't, oh, she was just live an hour ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these soon. I haven't caught her for a live stream yet, but I've got the notification bell on. The other thing too is if anybody has especially special events coming up, but if you're going to go live for the first time, or if you have something special like a monetization celebration, a birthday, an anniversary, anything at all, anybody can reach out to me anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well, and I will try to be there no matter what I'm doing, even if I just have to peek in if I'm out and, you know, on a phone or something like that. But I try to be there as much as possible. But this is an example. Again, Mel Runs Things has been with us for many months now. Why can I not catch one live stream from her, but I catch live streams from some people you'll see when I put their channels on the screen? Like I caught all 5, 6, 7, sometimes even 8 in a row. But these are just examples of the recommendation engine moving things around for us. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And hopefully I haven't missed anything anybody meant for me either. So let's take a break right now. We've got a few channels coming up. Dark Swordsman Gaming, Crafting Enthusiast, pardon me, and M&T Living at all dropped Super Chats. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, unless I forget, and then we do it 3 minutes later. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel, and while we're gone on our break, I'll put another channel on the wheel from our chat list. That's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the live stream. We expect to be here for another almost 2 hours. Globies Travel, good to see you in the house. That's another longtime friend, and Trish the Natural is one of our longest standing members, as you can see. I'll put her on the wheel right now. And right before we go on this break, I'll play another clip from our interview series. Videos listed in a playlist and as a podcast on the Superchat channel. The Source, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Yes, Niagara Falls, Canada. And Stephanie A, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They're also a member. They are a supporter as opposed to a creator right now, but I'm going to put them on the wheel and then we can give them a head start. So if they're going to put content out, we'll be able to make sure they have views right away. And let's get to that clip. The biggest thing, like I said, about these creators, they've all long passed 10,000 subscribers.
One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously in my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low. Okay. And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, 24 emojis available, and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently. Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100 because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels or you use an AI generator, Midjourney. You can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there. So I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea, so much so I'm holding myself back from laughing because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Superchat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now, I tweak it a little bit too because I have the floating emote. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. And then you see at a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member, $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at Dark Swordsman Gaming. I was just cleaning up the wheel a little bit. So when we go on those breaks, not every time, but several times, what I'll do is clean out the wheel and just take a few names off for people that we haven't seen in a while. I know not everybody can be here for like 3 hours every time we stream, but it gives us the opportunity to get to channels that we don't see all the time. We always want to do that. So if any of our members or moderators are still listening or watching that haven't been seen yet, just say anything at all in the chat. I'll get you right back onto the wheel. Otherwise, we're looking at Dark Swordsman Gaming, Crafting Enthusiast, and M&T Living It right now, who all drop super chats. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. I just added Living Large with L Crew. And I'm going to add Jesse Journals and Unboxes right now. And then Bone Tire Travelers, good to see you here, and hope we haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. So when we look at the screen, we see a friend from the UK, Dark Swordsman Gaming, brings us a lot of video gameplay. They play a lot of popular titles, but one of the things you'll notice on the front page of their channel is that when they play different games, they make different thumbnails with different colored borders around them. And what that allows is if somebody gets to their channel, they don't have to go through playlists or anything. They can see, oh, I might like watching a lot of these games from Dark Souls or from Final Fantasy or from Tomb Raider or the different games that they play. And I've been introduced to at least one game by this channel. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I ever saw Stardew Valley. They got one short video here so far, but lots of live streaming as well. And they play more popular titles here. But if you dig through some of these, you're going to get an idea of what I'm talking about. So I forget how far back it was. It's a long time ago now, because Dark Swordsman Gaming's been with us probably 4 years now. And I'm pretty sure this is where I first saw Stardew Valley. Yeah, it'll be forever ago. But this creator plays, like I said, lots of popular titles, and they're on frequently, usually at least once a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with Dark Swordsman Gaming. They're at 219 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 we know that they got to be thinking about. And then I'll spin the wheel. And then I wonder if Bella's Whisper Farmstead is still in the house. I wonder if she's still here or listening. Kristen, and then I spun the wheel. See, I shouldn't be spinning the wheel, but luckily it was looking out for me this time. Crafting Enthusiast supposed to come up. Dark Swordsman Gaming, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. They've done that countless times before. Crafting Enthusiast, Autumn here, has done that several times now as well. I really do appreciate that. And M&T Living It has done that many times. We'll look at their channel next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Crafting Enthusiast is looking at 1,100 subscribers right now, well past that, got it purely locked in is what I mean to say, and then they'll be thinking about 1,200 subscribers. We'll likely see that from them soon. So they do a lot of crafting ideas. I've seen diamond painting and unboxings from them so far, but they let us know they do spinning yarn, knitting, crocheting, cross-stitch, diamond painting, weaving, and they have a hobby farm as well. So I've seen a couple of these videos. Here's another haul video as well, but they've unboxed a couple of these things that are just enormous pieces of art meant for diamond painting, and then they order the diamonds separately, and boy does it look like a lot of work, but it's got to be unbelievably satisfying if you follow through with that and get those done. 690 views on one of these shorts videos. Not surprising that you got a loving pet there. They often can help out with our YouTube channels. And then Crafting Enthusiast as well does live streams frequently, so it's been a few weeks. We'll see if they're going to do another one again soon. They're typically on at least once a week. And we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other, making sure we catch each other's content as often as possible as well. So thank you again, Crafting Enthusiast. That's Autumn for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then we're going to look at M&T Living It in a moment.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
I'm lucky sometimes. The wheel spins when, I mean, it's always a chance. I make as many mistakes as anybody, sometimes more. We see that often here. M&T Living It also dropped a super chat, and the source is dropping one as well. So thank you so much for the kind words. And we'll get the source up on the screen next, because like I said, we always put super chatters and membership gifters on the screen right away. M&T Living It also took over our stream boss position. So you see the video game life meter under my camera here. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for their channel. And M&T Living It has held that position many times before. One of the interesting things, so we were wondering about this, but Scratch and PPA pointed it out, is that it seems that membership gifts don't count towards the Stream Boss, which is unfortunate. It's a plugin that comes through Streamlabs. Anybody can use it on an overlay, but hopefully they get that hooked up. Right now, it's memberships as well as super chats, but also highlighted milestone messages. And those are something that's available on any channel where somebody is a paying member if the creator has enabled it, but it's a free bonus. You don't pay for that. So it gives you a chance to send a big green message through the chat, let's just say, and it works on computers and phones and everything else. M&T Living It is a channel with a lot of family togetherness here in Florida, as a matter of fact, and they've got cooking, fishing, RC cars, Royal Caribbean cruises, and some unboxing videos as well. So they've got this cool, one of these cool Android ideas. I believe this is one of those CarPlay and Android, I don't know what you call the Android CarPlay. I have one. Kristen got me one for Christmas. Kristen got me one for Christmas last year. And while I was taking it out of the box, I dropped it on the floor and smashed it. And then she bought me another one this year for Christmas. But that one is hooked up, and I love it. I can't imagine how I lived without it before. But I'm going to take this video. I'm going to put it in my catch-up list, and I want to see what you have to say about this. And there's different ones, but they're very, very cool. Love and Live Show. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And M&T Living It as well has got some outdoor content here. There's the cruising in a couple of videos, some cooking videos as well. Oh, this is where I saw it first. Yes, this is where I show their first CarPlay device. I didn't watch this video, I guess, but I remember the thumbnail. So there's a different one that they've got, so that's cool. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 8,000. Well, look at this, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. Many of the cooking shorts videos have gotten over 5,000 views. Then they got one at 20,000, and then they got one at 50,000 views, which is great to see. And they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they're live occasionally. It looks like they're, yeah, it was once a month or so, and then now it seems to be up to almost once a week, which is great to see. And if, look at that, we roll over the thing, and there's my shared on Reddit comment on their live stream when I roll over. That's always fun to see. One of the things that comes up as a question occasionally is about gifting free memberships on your channel. So I'm just going to show you something right now. We won't do it right now, but I'll show you what this is, and then we'll move on. Thank you again, by the way, M&T Living It, for another super chat. They've done that countless times before. And then the source is coming up for the same reason in another moment, but I'll show you something here. So this is an extra window that I keep in the side on another screen. You can see me bringing it in and out here. That's how I keep up with the chat, or try to. But all you have to do is go on your own channel, and forgive me, I don't know if this can be done with a phone because I haven't tried. So you guys can clarify if anybody's done this on a phone. But when you want, what YouTube does for almost every channel, probably everyone now, is it gives you 10 free memberships that you can give to your audience, 5 at a time, 2 sets of 5. And there's no charge. You don't get any revenue, but there's no charge. So people get the benefit of feeling what it's like to be a member on your channel for 30 days. And then they can decide if they want to stay or not. And the way that that's done, I believe that we just click this, the super chat button, and then membership gifting. I don't know why it's not here. Why is it not here? Are they not doing that anymore? Let me... I don't have anything coming up that I can show this on another channel as well. Yeah, I'm hoping that that's still working, but maybe I'm mistaken. Somebody just asked me in the background there, that's why. Yeah, if anybody wants to clarify, forgive me, I'll ask for your help today and see if that's something that they're still doing, because they were giving everybody 10 free memberships to give away on your channel for many months there. They might have stopped it, I'm unsure. And then Little Red Big Smile is a channel we're still getting to know, but it's good to have you back in the house. The Source is coming up in a second here because they dropped a super chat.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So the Source can be a very popular name. Oh, maybe that's it. Yes, PK Adventure Travels. That makes sense what you're saying. Thank you for that. Tuberchat is a brand account. 100% for sure. And it's so frustrating because so long ago they made this, they forced us, in my opinion, to have brand accounts. Forgive me, the Source. We're going to get to your channel in a second here. I dropped a link for them so everybody can make sure they get to the right one. So if I show you here, when I'm about to switch accounts, I have lots of accounts and I, have different channels and everything else. But you notice in Tuberchat here, so I happen to be a manager, of course, on the copyright-free music channel. You could do that if you have more than one channel. Just set it up so it's easier to log in and out. But you notice that there's this extra account here that has no channel. Why on earth would that be there, right? Because this is a brand account, and then Tuberchat is a separate channel. It's kind of silliness in my opinion, but YouTube forced that on us for a while there without giving clear definition like they usually don't like to do for some reason. Forgive me while I start throwing YouTube under the bus now. Greenland Quilter Katie, thank you for the membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. So I will get you right onto the wheel. They've been a member a while already. And then, yeah, so that's what it is. No free memberships on brand accounts, I suppose. And forgive me because our copyright-free music channel is coming up. I did give the free memberships on that channel, I thought, a while back, and they haven't rolled over yet because the channel lost monetization because I wasn't streaming or posting. We just got it back, and it hasn't rolled over to the next date. When it does, if they're available, I'll do it. And then on my personal channel, I don't have anything coming up right now, so I can't test very easily. Maybe I'll try doing it when we go on our next break, but that'll be in another 10 or 15 minutes. So Greenland Quilter Katie's on the wheel. The Source is on the screen. I dropped a link for that channel. Hopefully everybody will catch that. You can scroll back if you need to, because the Source is somebody who's fairly new. They've already got 1,400 subscribers, but it's an incredibly popular name. And whenever we see channels that have really popular names like that, they can struggle with the search results for quite some time. Greenland Quilter Katie, thank you so much for the super chat as well. I'm going to put your channel up on the screen next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, unless I forget and have to be reminded, and that happens almost every stream. And then the Source is up on the screen right now for exactly the same reason. Now this is somebody we're still getting to know, but let me have a look at their videos right now, and we see that they've got variety. I'm just going to see if they've got anything on their about page. They got a lot of positivity. Doran, if I'm pronouncing that right. They live in Maui, which is interesting as well. We've got some friends in Hawaii. And then what I'm going to do is take one of your videos here. I'm going to take this latest video, I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me another piece of content to watch so I can get more familiar with the channel. But you can see they've come in right away to the Super Chat family, just blazing with generosity. They've got some live streams here as well. These have been posted daily, so they're going live quite often. I've been lucky to have caught them. That was a few days ago. Hopefully I'll catch you again soon, and we'd love to push this channel towards the 1500 that they're thinking about. They are an enthusiastic creator who's already come into the Super Chat family with a lot of that enthusiasm. Wonderstar Art, good to see you here. Forgive me, I know you've been here for a little while already. I didn't mean to miss you in the chat, but you'll find pretty quickly once I get talking, it rolls on for a while. Vintage Style by Joe, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to put you on the wheel right away. They happen to be a member. And then Greenland Quilter Katie is coming up right now because they dropped a super chat a moment ago. So thank you, The Source, and thank you, Greenland Quilter Katie.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And then Greenland Quilter Katie's up on the screen right now. When this channel started coming into the Super Chat family, I think for Greenland Quilter Katie, it might be a year by now. And forgive me if I'm wrong about that. I try to remember how long some of our friendships have gone on, or most of them, and I remember some of them. But when we look at what Greenland Quilter Katie is doing on the channel, they got a few things going on here. When they first came into the Super Chat family, I started seeing a lot of these videos where they're showing us around Greenland. Beautiful water views with lots of mountains, glaciers, icebergs, and everything else. Pardon me. We know the name is Greenland Quilter Katie, so we know there's got to be quilting here. And I thought that these were cut out of live streams, like excerpts from live streams. But it turns out they're doing a podcast on the channel. So this is really cool to know and to see. They got an extremely long video here, but I'm going to take it and put it into my catch-up list. And that's that playlist I keep talking about. But basically what I do is I reorder the videos when I get them in there so that I can run them from shortest to longest. And you can do that on a phone or a computer. Anybody can. You just grab it, pull it up and down. If you're on a computer, it's with the mouse. Otherwise, on a phone, very simple to just slide them up and down. And what that does is nobody has time to watch every single video that ever comes out, of course. But when you have half an hour that you can sit, watch, and pay attention to videos, you're watching as many as you can in an hour, because all the 3, 4, 5, and 6 minute ones are at the top. So what I'll do with that, though, is I'll just run that. It's a little over an hour, and that'll give you a solid watch hour. But even after we have our monetization, we got to keep those watch hours up, so it always helps even for monetized channels to do a little bit of that. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Greenland Quilter Katie is working on 4,200 subscribers now, and they're monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships, like I keep saying. And then they've got some shorts here, and I think is this a newer one? We'll find out in a second here. Oh, it is. Yes, it is a brand new one. So you see how when I have the shorts viewed with the latest ones. So they put out this one, I'm not sure when. They put out this one right after that, and this is the last one that they put out. But this one already has 3,000 views. So one of the newest shorts videos that they put out, and they've got dozens of them here, one of the newest ones is now their most popular shorts video. Very cool, and I recognize that just because we see Greenland Quilter Katie in almost every stream here, for which I'm grateful. But when I look at their shorts videos, I remember the page and the thumbnails here, and I remember this being the strongest one. So that's really cool. 3,000 views. And monetized. Lots of ways to support them. Like I said, they got live streams as well frequently. So they're usually on, not quite daily, but pretty close to it. Lots of StreamYard panels, lots of friends joining them here. So obviously some vibrant conversation to enjoy when we're there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Greenland Quilter Katie, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. then yeah, Create and Relate is on a tablet, just as difficult as a phone when you're trying to reach out to everybody. Twisted Read is still here. I'm going to put you onto the wheel right now. Any of our members or moderators that haven't been seen yet, just say anything at all in the chat and I'll get you on the wheel. I put Just Jason Keto on the wheel when I saw him come in.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
And then, Little Red Big Smile is mentioning the idea that their likes are disappearing. Not all, I'm sure, but several. And that happens. YouTube plays games with all of our numbers. I promise you, it drives us all bonkers. And it can be with subscribers, it can be with likes. You know, they actually even make dislikes disappear after a few days usually. I think it's when you get like trolls that are just going around, it's all they do for a living is give everybody thumbs down all the time. They just take them away a couple days later. And but it can be frustrating to see. YouTube is always trying to stop things like fake engagement, right? So if somebody comes to your channel, they click on a video, but they click right off, YouTube knows they didn't really mean to watch that video, or it's not what they were looking for. So they will take views away, they'll take likes away and things like that. Not always, but it's something that we all struggle with for a long time. You just know that you gotta take 2 steps forward and 1 step back all the time. And then Twisted Read is still here. Izzy Pop has come in, another dear friend. I'm gonna put them on the wheel right away, of course. They happen to be a member. And then Living Large with El Cruz up on the screen. So this is vlogging in its truest sense. And she's been at this for a long time. We should have 400 videos. Yeah, I swapped playlists with Living Large with El Cruz a while ago. It's interesting. I don't watch as many shorts as anybody might think. I'm just not on a phone all the time. I'm on the computer like all the time. My phone's beside me, but I'm on the computer. So I don't typically watch a lot of shorts until we get into playlists and things like that. But I was watching a lot of stuff from Living Large with El Crew, because even, I'll show you what I do, even when I'm doing Tuber Chat here, I have a laptop beside me. This is the music channel, like ready to go after Tuber Chat. But so I'll often run playlists on that machine. I call it like the playlist computer, let's just say. And this way I can look over even while I'm working and I see what's going on. But I noticed that Living Large with El Crew is doing a lot of shuffle dance videos. And if you dig through these, I won't know them by their thumbnails. Oh, here, Shuffle Series 2. But she's got so many videos, hundreds and hundreds of videos. But you'll find more shuffle dancing in there. And vlogging, like I said, in its truest sense. So this is, one of the biggest genres on YouTube. She's got a lot of members only content too, which is great to see. So monetize, lots of ways to support her. I'm gonna grab the latest video, how you were born. I'm gonna put that into my catch-up list and see what you had to say about that. Shorts on the channel, these have done really well. 11,000, 12,000, 24,000 on one of these. And then live streams on the channel as well. And it's been, so these, I don't think I caught you for a live stream. I'm not sure if I've actually caught you ever. And forgive me for not remembering if that's the case, or if these all have red lines, because we swap playlists and I've run them all. But hopefully I'll catch you for another one. Like I said, anybody can reach out anytime. But they seem to be going live fairly frequently. The last couple of weeks they've been on a few times, so we'll see if they're going to continue more. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's so that we can catch each other as often as possible as well. My other's Keeper, good to see you here. Southern Belle Auctions is in the house. Izzy Pop gifted a membership. They've done that countless times before. And thank you for that extra generous support. For that reason, we'll put their channel up on the screen right away.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
And then my other's keeper might not be here yet, but they just picked up a gifted membership there from Izzy Pop, so they might even pop in after. So thank you for that. Izzy Pop has done this countless times before. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And I didn't catch it. I didn't see whether it actually affected the stream boss or not. I'm trying to figure it out, whether it might have. I think that gifted membership might have affected it when I look at the point values there, right? Now, I could be mistaken, but it's a thought. I'll have to try to keep a better eye next time. Izzy Pop is up on the screen right now. This is a channel that's evolved a little bit. At one point, they removed the content, like reset and restarted, but they jumped right back into monetization and 1,700 subscribers. Let me put the link up, actually, for this channel as well. Because this one can be tough to find. You don't see it, but there's a space before their name there. I couldn't figure out. Oh, and thank you, Scratch and PPA. He caught it. No, it didn't affect the stream boss, which is really, really odd. I suppose. And then Izzy Pop, I was trying to figure out why can I never mention them, because there's some names, even when you put the @ symbol and spell it properly, you can't get it. And I thought maybe the L is like or the I is like a capital L, or, you know, a small L or whatever. So I couldn't get it to work, but I was wrong. There's a space before the name. So that's what it is. So if you're trying to mention this creator, it's, I'll show you. I'll show you here. If we do @ I, it comes up. But if I just do @I, it doesn't come up. So you'll see. But the link is there, so hopefully everybody can get there. This is an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here. I caught them live earlier today, actually, just before Tuber Chat. They're monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. I wonder if the Spider Cat song is anything like the Spider Pig song. That's for those of you who remember that. I'll put that video into my catch-up list. Some of these are quite short. We're usually looking for videos over 3 minutes when we're connecting here, but Izzy's got tons of them. So if everybody doesn't mind, when you get to the channel, if you're connecting with them for the first time, please look for a couple videos that are 3 minutes or longer, and the longer the better. You know, I usually look for things much longer, and that will help make sure that the connection sticks so that you don't lose the subscription afterwards, because that often happens. And then, no, it's an original song, says Izzy Pop, so I'll be looking forward to hearing that. And then shorts on this channel have got some interesting animation. They've always been known for these elaborate thumbnails, banner, avatar, and they change things up often. Shorts videos have gotten into 500 and on the way towards 600 views now. They got live streams, and they're live frequently. So like I said, I caught them earlier, but they're usually live not quite every day, but every few days or every couple of days. And the conversation can go anywhere once they get started, but they're usually on a long period of time. They got music, stories, and the chat is always engaging. So hopefully everybody will connect with Izzy Pop. We'd love to push this channel towards the 1800. We know that they're thinking about. They got lots of playlists for us as well. They let us know on their About section they're actually going to bring us some tutorials and talk when it comes to some of the digital art tools that are available online, so that we can start making some you know, thumbnails, banners, avatars, possibly even similar to what they got going on here. But they've always been known for these beautiful, colorful, vibrant thumbnails and graphics on the channel. And then let's spin the wheel. Let's take a break right now. We'll go for 3.5 minutes and we'll come right back. Thank you again, Izzy Pop. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. We're going to come right back, but before we go for 3.5 minutes, I'm going to play another clip from that interview series. These are all creators that are longtime friends of ours. They've been with us for years. All of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask, is the idea that you can give us regardless of, like, you know, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers, so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it. So it'll be another like 8 years. So I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit. And people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it. But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean. You know, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, you know, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage, and that you're making that video for your best friend.
Right. That's great advice too. Yeah. Each person, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
right, we're just about back. Yes, Michelle Crochets is up on the screen. Angelic Warrior 37, aka Mrs. M, dropped a super chat while we were on that break there, so we're going to look at their channel next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters up as soon as those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. And I noticed Buddha of Destiny Namaste is in the house as well. I'm not sure if the other channel they came in is them, because they have a few different channels, I believe, or if it's a friend of Buddha of Destiny Namaste and Trending Live TV. Those are both longtime friends who've been with us for probably 4 years or longer, and they help people connect, and they're very supportive to other people as well. Ben Sign Games, I got you back on the wheel there. Trish the Natural, just let me know if you're still here. Yeah, Twisted Read. I try not to actually do reviews just because we're often working with beginners. Not every person here is brand new or has just started, but what I want to do is hopefully more motivating than anything else. The real hook behind this channel, the whole reason it's called Superchat, is because the action happens in the chat. I really like what I'm doing on the screen and what the channels that are coming up. I know everybody likes to see it, but it really is the least important part of what we're doing. The idea is for everybody to connect with each other. So when I put channels on the screen, I really just talk about them, things that I've learned or things that I notice. But not so much reviews, because it's really easy to knock somebody down inadvertently, especially when I'm speaking so fast about things and everything else. And most people here, as long as we're always learning from each other and striving to improve, you see the improvement in people's channels as it is. And all we're looking at is the thumbnails anyway, right? It's not like I'm actually going through the videos to show people. Pardon me. If there's something that I notice that can be helpful to anybody, then I'm happy to point it out if anybody would like, but I'm really not going to do reviews on the channel. The idea is to bring informative content. That's actually the point behind the interview series, is because instead of trying to tell everybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel, the idea is if we share experiences that we go through with each other, then we can take what we learn and add it to what we already know and what we've already learned, let's just say, and then we can make our own decisions for our own channels. You know what I mean? Because not every answer to every question is universal, if that makes any sense either. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I thought I just missed a comment. Oh, the storms. Yeah, there's, I think in Kentucky, there might have been a tornado watch, right? Michael's Adventures was talking about that yesterday. North of where I am, far north, but let's say a couple hours away from Niagara Falls in Toronto in Ontario, there was ice storms apparently, and like trees falling. Reminds me of what happened in Buffalo like 10 years ago. Some people in upstate New York will remember there was an ice storm. Trees fell, knocked power lines down, and it was kind of chaotic for a little while. And then yeah, we still have yet to look at Twisted Read and lots of other channels on the wheel. So I'm going to try to move it through channels now. We should be here for another hour. And then we're actually going to go to our copyright-free music channel for an hour as well. We've been doing that after every live stream for an hour, where we've got this like virtual nightclub going. There's music playing, a video game everybody can participate with, and everything else, and that could be a lot of fun as well. And then yeah, so Southern Belle Auctions, you know what the funny thing is? So Kristen Welton, most of you know, she's with me, like we live together in Niagara Falls, Ontario. It's right across the river from Niagara Falls, New York, right? And her mother had used to say that winter is not over. It's not officially spring until you get an ice storm. And it seems like that's actually what's happening right now. It's something I never noticed in a lifetime, but it seems maybe it's true. Might not have hit us, but it's not too far from us either. Yes, Michelle Crochets is up on the screen. They got 900 subscribers, 906 right now. That puts them officially on the row on the road towards the first 1,000, which is an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, of course. Tampus Creek Homestead and more, good to have you here. I got you on the wheel. And then Yes Michelle Crochets is bringing us not just crochet, lots more actually. So she's letting us know that she's bringing more of an atmosphere for creativity all around, but she's going to share ideas for notions, yarn patterns, and other creations. A lot of positivity and motivation. So here's a motivating Monday video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep or get caught up with her. She's been posting frequently lately. And then shorts on the channel as well. This has gotten into almost 300 views. One view on one shorts video here is going to put her over 300, so that'll be exciting. Monetized, of course, lots of ways to support her, and then live streams on the channel as well. So she's live frequently. She's been live not daily, but several times a week, let's just say. So hopefully everybody will connect with Yes Michelle Crochets, and she's been with us a few months now and here for many of our live streams as well. And then let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Northern Girl Hobbies is much farther north than me. Forgive me for not knowing already. Yes, I don't always know where everybody's from. I know where a few channels are from. Sometimes I forget things, I'm sure, like everybody else. And then Jason. I wonder if Jason got any of that ice storm. He's to the west of me, but not too far north, so I hope it didn't catch him. Although he's shown pictures in the background. We got a mod group where all of our moderators kind of share ideas, and we can keep in touch with each other if we need to over these streams or whatever else. And he's shown us some snow, literally feet high. We're not kidding in Canada when we say we have to walk 45 minutes to school or to work with snow up to our waist and everything else. No ice there, so just Jason Keto and more missed it, but it's only an hour north, probably from where he is. And thank you, Scratch and PPA. I even changed the text on the wheel so that I would stop missing the channels that need to come up, and I still missed it. So forgive me, Angelic Warrior 37, aka Mrs. M. I'm going to put your channel up next. I'm supposed to put channels on the screen as soon as Super Chats and membership gifts come through, although they're not necessary, and then we'll get right back to spinning the wheel. So we'll look at that channel next. Thank you again, Scratch and PPA. I'm just talking too much again today, like always. Ben Cyan Games is working on 4,200 subscribers. We'd love to push this channel a little bit farther towards that milestone. He is now monetized as well. He's going to do a monetization celebration maybe this weekend, I think, but he's already set up his memberships. He's ready to go, and he's been posting every single day, live streaming actually. He's done well with shorts. A couple of these have gotten into 4,000 and almost 5,000 views, 11,000 on one, and 532,000 on this bar chart race, which is really cool. Live streams every single day. The Everywhere Forever-a-thon, where he is on. What is why are you saying final day there? Is it just for March? March's final day, yeah, 31st, because he is March Madness Marathon, yes. March Madness Marathon. He's in the he's live streaming every single day, sometimes video gameplay, but we can talk to him the whole time. He's usually on for long periods of time. He's been doing this literally for 651 days, if you can imagine that. It's almost 2 years of streaming every single day, and he was on long before that anyway. Northern Girl Hobbies is 5 hours from Toronto, so I'm guessing that you're up in Sudbury or North Bay, or something like that, or possibly even farther. We used to make those drives to North Bay. Not Thunder Bay, but North Bay, I think, right? Unless I'm getting those backwards. Whatever floats your boat, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I gotta look at a map again. I haven't been north of Toronto in as long as I can remember. Very rarely. Well, I used to spend a ton of time in Barrie and Orillia in my younger years.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Now, hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Angelic Warrior 37, aka Mrs. M, dropped a super chat. I should have had that channel up already, but they've done that before, and now we've got this channel up right here. They're bringing us a lot of variety, actually. So they talk about natural hair, vlogs, makeup, mukbang videos, ASMR, random topics, and they've got some members-only content, which is cool. They're monetized, obviously. Lots of ways to support them when we get there. This was a game I hadn't seen ever before. I was watching this. Overcooked is a different kind of video game. They're making video games out of just about everything these days. And then shorts on this channel. When we look through these, there's a lot of variety. I see some cooking videos, though. 2,000 views on one of these, and then 13,000 on another one, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I caught them live about a week and a half ago, and then they seem to be live every few days, which is great to see. Lots of chance to catch them, lots of video gameplay here, and we're working on 2,700 subscribers, which is great to see. So hopefully we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone, and like I said, they're monetized, so lots of ways to support them. So Angelic Warrior 37, aka Mrs. M, thank you again for the super chat. Thank you for Scratching PPA for catching that. I don't know, I've missed every one today, I think, or pretty close to it. I don't mean to do that, but thank God we're all friends here, right? And patient with each other, let's say. Henry Nelson is coming up. We'll get this channel up onto the screen.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
I'm trying to fix my camera here, but you see how my camera's starting to like turn sideways there? It's gonna sound ridiculous the way I'm putting this, but the way I have to put my camera to fit in the desk setup that I've got, it's actually hanging upside down and it's turned like this. But the tape that's underneath it, I always forget, and the tape is starting to come off. The camera's not heavy, but it's too heavy for the tape, I guess. So it's turning sideways there, and hopefully it won't fall off the thing today. We'll see. Henry Nelson is going to bring us a lot of wildlife as well, trail cam type footage, and this creator is now working on 700 subscribers, which is great to see. So I just shared out this video, or set it to share. If it didn't go out already, it's going out today or tomorrow. I always do my community posts in advance. I'm going to put this video into my catch-up list, but I'm also going to put this one because I just want to see what you have to say here. This is a different kind of video for this creator. Henry Nelson's been a friend literally for years now, and they post fairly frequently. Lots of visitors to see on their channel with the trail cam footage. They got shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 5,800, 6,900 views and beyond. And then live streams as well. And hopefully I'll catch you for one of these at some point. Those were a few months ago. And yeah, this is just a side note. I've been looking a lot more into those platforms. What's the platform called? Oh, it's not Phoebsy or something like that. Some weird name. And then Nox Influencer, N-O-X Influencer. These are where you can find sponsors for product reviews. And I noticed a couple. I don't know if they're going to let me do them. I've got 10,000 on my personal channel subscribers, but I haven't posted lately. And I don't really do outdoor footage like this, but I've done some outdoor solar lights and things like that. So I'm probably going to apply, if I didn't already, to do a couple of trail cams that they've got. But that's just an idea. Just because you're doing these things, for anybody that's doing trail cam footage, Michael's Adventures and everybody, those platforms are worth looking into. And they're probably legit, although I haven't done any reviews for anybody on those platforms yet. I expect to, but I have done a good handful of sponsored videos, and a lot of it is legit. You just have to be really cautious when it comes to these companies asking you to buy stuff and then saying they'll reimburse you. It can be true, but I'm sure there's lots of scams out there as well. But it's worth looking into anyway, because you can get some free stuff. You can get paid to do videos at some point, and you can always, if you don't like the product, just wrap it up and sell it on eBay afterwards for 70% of its value. So lots of opportunity for income there, let's just say. And then Twisted Reed is up on the screen right now, and we'll see what they've got going on. This is a channel I'm still getting to know.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Short horror stories with a twist is what we're going to get from Twisted Reed. This is a brand new channel, actually. They've just been on the screen. I think this is the second time. Forgive me if I'm wrong. It might be the third. And then when we look at what they've got going on, 100 subscribers already, 102. We'd love to get them a few more, get that locked in, and push them towards the 200 they're going to be thinking about. We get an idea about the thumbnails here for some of the stories they're going to bring us. It'll be interesting to learn about the twists they put into these. And then they've got a small amount of information on their about section. They got shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 500 and almost 600 views. So we'll look forward to the growth on this channel and getting to know them. But Twisted Reed's been here, what I think is 3 times now, if I'm not mistaken. And then we'll spin the wheel. I think Twisted Reed, if I'm not mistaken, also is, they grabbed a membership the other day, but a silver membership. So I just updated those slides today, and you see those when the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream come through. So these creators are seen whether or not whether or not they're here, even though most of them are here most of the time. And then let me see if I'm ruining somebody's chance to be on the screen. Yes, Tampa's Creek Homestead and more. Now, they happen to be a gold member, so their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so as well. There was question as to whether or not their link worked, and I looked at it today, and I'm insistent that it did. I didn't change it. It was right, so I don't know if that was just a matter of not copying it right or anything like that, but it should be okay. And Nightbot drops those links every once in a while. We got the robots dropping a handful of different things here. Yeah, hopefully it works. We'll check it the next time it rolls around. But I'm certain that it works. Well, that's one of the things we have to think about, especially when we're monetized and making promises about memberships and things like that, is you got to find ways to make up for mistakes. People will be patient most of the time if a mistake happens and things like that, but you can make up for it. So, like, for instance, I had a situation where somebody was a gold member, but their link wasn't being dropped yet. I was late getting it ready to go. And so I just said, okay, instead of putting it up every 30 minutes, I'll put it up every like 25 minutes. And then it'll be a little more frequent, but over the course of the month, it'll actually come out more times than it would have if it was, you know, on time and whatever. So that worked out. Tampa's Creek Homestead and More is up on the screen right now with 835 subscribers. This is a grandmother and granddaughter duo. They're bringing us as much variety as anybody can. A lot of outdoor content, but they bring us into their home as well. And they do a lot of live streaming, actually, a lot of live streaming. When we look at shorts on this channel, we see that they're bringing us 8,600, even 13,000 views on one of these, which is great to see. And they've done a couple now that have passed. This was their most popular one at 6,300 for a while, and they've got 2 more new ones that have already passed that. And then you got to be really careful pulling out that parking spot, I'm sure. Live streams on the channel as well. Like I said, they're live frequently. I caught them a few days ago. Not quite daily, but almost every day or every other day. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We always have the notification bell on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then when we spin the wheel, we'll get Buddha of Destiny, Namaste, a longtime friend, onto the screen, and Lawless World TV. Good to see you in the house.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
So Buddha of Destiny, Namaste, has been a friend of ours since the beginning, about 4.5 years now. They're working on 8,600 subscribers. This is a creator who's on, seeming to me, every day for years. They got some members only content too, because they're monetized now, which is great to see. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. They literally post pure variety, but always with positivity and motivation, and they're constantly collaborating with other creators. I run into Buddha of Destiny, Namaste on other people's live streams all the time. And a lot of these creators do that simulcasting thing that I was talking about earlier with the StreamYard panel, where they all push the streams out. Shorts on Buddha of Destiny, Namaste have gotten into 2,700, 2,800 views on a couple of these. The cooking videos seem to be doing the best, or the food videos. And then live streams. So they got one coming up. They're going to be on, I think that's later next month. They got a special one coming up, but they're live all the time. They're live. I think they're live either on their own channel or with other people. I was going to say daily, so not quite, but several times a week. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Buddha of Destiny, Namaste. They've been a long time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Creative Nana, aka Sheila, is still in the house. And I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours. We've still got another 40 minutes to go, and then we're going to fire up our copyright-free music stream for another hour, and that gives everybody a chance to continue to connect the same way we're doing here, but we got music playing, a video game going, everybody can participate in the chat, and people come in and out of there while it goes on. So we'll see that in another 40 minutes from now.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
Next up is Little Red Big Smile. Now this is a channel I'm still getting to know because they're brand new here in TuberChat. They've just been here a couple of times. So we see that they've got quite a bit of different ideas. They've got original music, beats, crypto, memes, digital art, and some AI talk, as well as live hangouts, which is cool to see. I'm going to grab one of your latest videos, but I'm actually going to grab the longer of the two because every minute matters when we're thinking about watch hours. I can see you got 400 subscribers exactly. We'd love to get them a few extras so that we can get that 400 locked in and then push them on the way towards 500 subscribers, which obviously is a important and exciting milestone when we get into shorts videos here. One of them's working on close to 1,000 views, over 900, pardon me, and then another one over 1,400. And then we dig back through the thumbnails, we get an idea of the variety on the channel, and then live streams as well. So they seem to be live up to a month ago fairly frequently, and I'm assuming once a week, and then we'll see if they're going to bring another one out soon, and hopefully I'll catch you for that. And then let's spin the wheel. So let's go on another break now. We'll give our voice a rest. We'll grab a drink and do the things we need to do. Rob from Cruising on the High Seas and Travel is in the house. Trish the Naturals up next. And what we're going to do is play another clip from that interview series. Keep in mind, these are all videos on the TuberChat channel now. Extremely informative because all of the creators that are featured are longtime friends. They've been with us for many years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
So one of the questions that's going to come up, especially when we've got a channel that's just grown, I mean, you guys have content getting into like well over 200,000 views, and people are always going to want to know how they can get more views on their video shorts and streams. So what can you tell us in your experience that you would give somebody as advice now?
I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, you want to master at this one?
Don't be afraid to go back and change the thumbnails and the tags and the titles and stuff like that. Don't be afraid to do that. It doesn't have to be the exact same as it was when you posted it. If you have a better idea for a title or a thumbnail or a description or anything like that, go ahead and try it. Because no matter how many times you change it, YouTube is going to pick something.
Yep.
And it might push it out more. More people might like maybe the colour scheme on it or the wording on it or something like that. And that'll help bring more people in. That's what I think anyway. Because we were afraid to do that for a long time. And then when we started doing that a little bit, we noticed a bit more growth.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my opinion. What do you think?
Well, a lot of what Danielle said is spot on, but the thing about it is that's what's great about YouTube. You have that space to just go, you know, I didn't like that idea the first time it went up. Like, we've had thumbnails and we've had tags, we've had hashtags and stuff. We thought, oh, this is gonna go, it's gonna skyrocket, it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And no, it just went straight into the toilet.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because the beautiful part is you can go back, you can change it over, you can go, I'll experiment with this. Sometimes it could be, now this is what is crazy about YouTube, could be a tag changed, it could be the title. Like, as much as people go, it's the thumbnail, like the title does play a major part, because like, if you turn around, let's say a plane flying in the sky, or you turn around and say a plane does a nosedive and then lands perfectly, what sounds better? Maybe that might work for some people, but see the way the two titles, like, well, I can just look at a plane or, oh, what's going to happen here? I don't know why I used the plane, but that's just where I went for it.
Yeah, but you're absolutely
just the
right.
contrast of like titles and tags,
It does make a difference.
It does. It's like, from our experience anyway, it has. Like, we went back and sometimes we just changed the thumbnail, and that did make a big difference. Like, there, what thumbnail we doing on? We done it on one of the military videos, and we done it actually the Star Spangled Banner video. We had the original thumbnail for that. We thought was the best thing we ever made. Got rid of it. See, this is what happens. Like, a month later, we're like, wow, this is the worst thing we could have ever put up. And I know people are probably going, no, it's really good, but this is what happens in your own head. You're like, wow, this is like not great. But we changed it to that one, and we love that one, and probably next month we'll change it again. But don't be afraid to change around your content and really experiment with what's out there.
That's great advice.
All right, we're just about back. So there you go. Yeah, Scratch and PPA let me know actually in the background the other day that the link for Tampus Creek, Homestead, and more was broken. The one that Nightbot keeps dropping. And I looked at it today and I'm like, no, the link is right. I know that it is, right? So I didn't take it off. I didn't stop to think. When you have these messages that come through your chat from Nightbot or Streamlabs or Stream Elements or Botrix or any of those chat bots, they have a certain length, and it's not easy to determine a lot of the time without some trial and error. What was happening there is the link was getting cut off, so of course it didn't work. So, like I mentioned, because they're promised that their link will be dropped every 30 minutes or so, now we know that the link hasn't worked for all this time, so I've knocked it back to 20 minutes. So their link will be shown 3 times an hour instead of 2 times an hour, and that will make up for the fact that it hasn't worked a lot of the time. And now we know it's working. You'll see the next time Nightbot throws it out there, I've cut it way down. But thank you, Scratch and PPA. I didn't even realize what could have been the problem, because when I looked at it today, I'm like, no, it can't be my mistake. That's impossible. And you don't know how many times in life I say that too, when things could be somebody will tell me something's wrong and I'm like, nope, impossible. I know I'm right. Actually, where's the thing? Is it beside me here? Yeah, let me show you something. This was sitting on my desk for the longest time. Kristen got me this a while ago. So that'll give you an idea right there. Tristan Natural is up on the screen right now, and Beltloop29, good to see you here. I am Betty J. Gathers came in. She's here as a member and a moderator, so I've got her on the wheel. And Galacticness, I got you on the wheel a little while ago. So Tristan Natural, you're going to see, is somebody who, first of all, has been a dear friend for a long time. She's a silver member, so we see her channel every single day in those slides that I keep talking about. And she's got her a very professional look to her channel. She's always done this. So even though every video gets its own look for a thumbnail, and what I'm talking about is a color scheme. See, she changes the fonts, the titles, things like that. Excuse me, the bright bold headshots will make her recognizable though. I believe that's going to pay off for her in the long run when we think about branding, because when somebody sees a video recommended to them and they've already enjoyed one of her videos, they'll be more inclined to click on hers again instead of trying something different or new, let's just say. Trash the Natural has got some shorts here. Celebrity tributes have done really well here, getting into 28,000 views, 43,000 views on one of them, and then live streams on the channel as well. So she's been on with I Am Betty J. Gathers, who's in the chat right now. They've been together many times before. Sometimes Trish is on her own, sometimes she's collaborating, but they always have fun when we're together. You can see that there. And then she's working on 3,700 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. And I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get our next channel ready to go. So Cruising on the High Season Travel is asking an interesting question. And forgive me, we're getting close to the end of the stream, so I'm not going to put something on the screen right now, but I'll just tell you how to do this, and you could just make a note of it however you like to make notes. But it is a great question. What Rob is asking from Cruising on the High Season Travel is how to make it so that Nightbot is just not constantly in the chat ruining everything, because you see that sometimes on channels. Today with Nikki, good to see you here. And what I mean by that is it looks like it's spamming. You know, I use 4 different chatbots and they're coming through often. And you see the different things that they're saying here, right? But if it was any more than that, it would be annoying. It's actually more than I think it is right now. There's a setting when you're setting those timers, they're called, in all of the chatbots. And a timer just means that you're setting a certain message that you want the chatbot to drop every once in a while. If it was something like New Year's and you want to say Happy New Year's to everybody, you might want to do it every 5 minutes. If it's something like follow me on Instagram, which really doesn't matter, but it's helpful, then you could do that like once an hour, right? And I'm not saying anybody should do what I'm saying. These are ideas. When it comes to our silver members, their channels are seen in those slides that run when I go on break like this. But gold members have their links dropped. So you can set a timer. What I do is I set one of them. That's why I always say it's 30 minutes or so, because I set one of them for 30 minutes, and then I set one at 29 minutes, and then one at 28 minutes. And when somebody new comes in, I set them, let's say, at 30 minutes. But somebody who's been here for many months as a gold member, like Trish the Natural, or She Stole My Thunder, I think is the longest one, I'll put their link as like 25 minutes, right? So I'm still telling the truth when I say 30 minutes or so, but I'm actually giving them the tiniest bit more than what I'm saying. And we always want to do that. There's a setting in the chatbots that lets you set a number of lines in the chat in between messages. And what that means is it doesn't want to drop, or you don't want Nightbot or whatever chatbot to drop a message if there's less than 20 lines that other people have said in the chat before it does. They never work perfectly, but that's what stops the spam. Because most of us know, you've seen, you go into a chat and somebody's got, it's Nightbot, and then Just Jason Keto, and then Nightbot, and then Belt Loop 29, and then, you know what I mean? And so we want to avoid that. Very soon, I expect to have a tutorial where I'm going to talk about how to set up the chatbots like Nightbot, Streamlabs, and Stream Elements. And that's a great note. I'm going to actually make the note so that I can show everybody how to set up a simple command and a simple timer so that you don't have the chatbots crashing into each other all the time. As it is, they come in frequently, but our chats are busy enough that it doesn't look like spam because there's so many messages in between, let's just say. And you can adjust them as often as you want. You can even adjust them in the middle of the stream, and it'll be fine. So Just Jason Keto and More is up on the screen right now.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
And when we look at the screen, we see Just Jason Keto and More is going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, particularly when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He's got a special video coming out in a couple of days that will be on Wednesday, where he's doing a collaboration, again, with Consume the Goodness, somebody that we see regularly here. And Just Jason Keto and More has a lot of guests on his channel, both in videos and live streams. They share their life experiences, their tips, their tricks, and whether Jason is live streaming or if it's a video as a premiere, there's always a vibrant community in the chat willing to help with questions and comments when we have them. Just Jason Keto and More does tons of recipes. He's got almost 100 chaffle recipes alone, but all of the recipes on his channel for the different snacks and meal ideas that he has feature only a few ingredients and are very easy and simple to make, and most of us are going to have most of the stuff at home anyway. So I really like that aspect of what he's doing with his recipes. He's got a lot of product reviews as well. So between them, they'll help us understand the ingredients we're either going to consume or use. He does product reviews occasionally as well, and has now gotten into sponsored videos. And Just Jason Keto and More might occasionally take us outdoors for an adventure, or he might unbox a GoPro or something like that. Shorts on the channel have done really well, especially with healthy looking grilling shorts, getting into 5,000, 6,000 views here. One over 22,000, and I've seen that one. I promise you it's entertaining. And then live streams on the channel as well. So he's live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern as a minimum, sometimes with a guest, sometimes by himself. And then Just Jason Keto and more, will occasionally do something different. There's Kendra right there from Consume the Goodness. He's got other guests like Anita. Once in a while, he'll do something different. This was a homestead hangout where he invited up some homesteading channels to introduce them, and then he might do a cook-along video with maybe even a multicam setup at times. And Just Jason Keto and more is working on 5,700 subscribers now, which is great to see. So hopefully we'll push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. Thank you, Kaz's Crafts and more. Give our love to Dave from Dave's Adventures as well, please. That's her husband. They've been with us from the beginning as well. So is I Am Betty J Gathers. It's 4.5 years, if you can believe that.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
And then I Am Betty J Gathers is another dear friend who's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator, as well as one of our longest standing members. She is living her best life over 60 and bringing us a great look into her life when she brings us vlogs in her latest series of videos. She might have some new content coming very soon. And she does all three. She does video, shorts, and live streams. I'll show all of them to you. When we look at the vlogs that she's done, she literally is always inspiring and motivating, usually almost always laughing, having a good time. You get the idea that she's a dynamic creator just from the thumbnails alone. But she brings us into her home. She takes us out on the road. She's got shorts over here as well. And a lot of these have done great, even featuring the creator herself, getting well over 10,000 on many of these. And then getting into now 13,000 on a couple of these shorts videos. Pardon me, I don't mean to click on them. And then 15,000 on one of them. And she literally put out a year's worth of shorts all together. 365, if you can imagine. And she continues those today. And then live streams on the channel. She's done tons of these. She was actually challenged by Crystal Sparkle over the Christmas season to do the 12 days of interviews, which she did. I was honored to have been a part of it. So we talked about YouTube and moderators and a few other things. And then there's Trish the Natural. And she's got lots of other friends there, so 10 more interviews. And she's done plenty of those before. Lots of StreamYard panels, and like I said, always motivating, always inspiring. Mysteries Untold by Michael Burkeen. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And then I Am Betty J Gathers on the screen is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and working on 2,900 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone as well. Vintage Style by Joe is coming up next.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
So Vintage Style by Joe up on the screen is another channel I'm still getting to know, but I'm going to read from their About section for a quick second. All Things Crafty is what they're going to do on this channel. They seem to have a lot of gratitude for their audience. I can see that they're also involved in Etsy, eBay, Amazon, and a few other social networks. They post fairly frequently. They let us know. We can see that from the last few videos here. I'm just going to grab one of the latest ones. They put this out just an hour ago or 2 hours ago. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to see what they're up to. They're working on 2,200 subscribers. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They got some shorts videos that, like most creators, feature some variety. And they've gotten into 2,200 and 2,600 views on a couple of these. And then that's an interesting sewing machine that you've got there as well. I got to see that in action. And then live streams on the channel. And Vintage Style by Joe, I've been lucky. I actually caught her a couple of times in a row here. So she'll likely be on again very soon. She seems to be on every few days, or at least once a week, if not more. So you can let us know when your next live stream is coming up, and then we'll see if we can catch that. Whenever possible, I'll recommend, of course, to channels to post them in advance, just so that everybody can get an idea, set reminders, and have a chance of catching them, because it can be easier. You'll find likely more people will come in than when they just pop up. But I know a lot of people are just popping them up because sometimes we don't know when we're going to go live, right? And I mean, I'm speaking for everybody when I say that. A lot of creators will just go whenever they can. They're like, oh, okay, I got nothing to do like right now. That not meaning nothing I have to do. It's not laundry day. It's not shopping day. It's not I got to leave the house for some reason day. And then Friday morning at 10 a.m., Vintage Style by Joe will be live again, so we'll look forward to that. I am Betty J. Gathers. Pardon me, we just looked at. She's dropping a super chat so that we'll look at Jesse Journals and Unboxes. Then we'll look at the Stock Explorer because I just spun the wheel.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
So spoiler alert, Jesse's birthday was yesterday. She did an unboxing video this time. She's been doing more collages and journaling lately. So she does a mix, and you can see she's changed the name now to Jesse Journals and Unboxes, where she literally does a lot of journaling and collages, but she unboxes just about anything that can be unboxed. It could be bath and beauty products, it could be jewelry, it could be snacks, it could be stationery or more crafting supplies. This one was actually a lot of different things. I didn't count, but I'm guessing you had 10 different things in there of different styles from this Skybox. I love subscription boxes. I enjoy watching unboxing videos. I don't know if I would have really searched them out if it wasn't for the Tuberchat channel, but now that we've seen some of our friends do them, even I've done unboxing videos of subscription services just for things that I like, but I really enjoy seeing the surprise for whatever reason. So I guess that's the general appeal of these things. And then when we look at the videos here, you're going to see a variety of all the different types of unboxing videos and collaboration she does with other people as well. I'll get to that question in a quick second there, Banshee Hunter, but thank you for coming in. Thank you for asking. And then when we look at Jesse Journals and Unboxes, the shorts videos, she features a lot of the products that she finds within the unboxing videos. There's jewelry here, snacks here, stationery over here, bath and beauty products, more crafting supplies, and just about anything that can be unboxed, like I was saying. And then occasionally she goes live, usually every month or two. We'll probably expect one in the coming months. And this is another creator I described, like Hilda DC not too long ago, the Stock Explorer. These creators can go live whenever they want, and they'll just have a flood in the chat because they're so supportive to other people that as soon as they're ready to drop any kind of content, premieres and live streams, people just come running to support them in return. The Stock Explorer is coming up right now.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
So in about 15 minutes, our copyright-free music channel is going to fire up, and we can go over there for another hour of connecting with creators the same way we do here. It's a bit different over there. It feels like a virtual nightclub. There's music playing, a video game going, people trickle in and out, but it's a lot of fun. So hopefully everybody will come over. Virginia Bradley Adventures, good to see you in the house. Banshee Hunter was just asking about a terms of service question. Can a person sell raffle tickets on their live streams? They bought some from a stream, they won a couple of prizes, but the creator wouldn't send them, then refunded their ticket money. If they refunded it, then that might be helpful, but you'll have to forgive me because I am certainly not an expert when it comes to the idea of the lottery aspect that sometimes people can put into their live streams and things like that. A lot of people do giveaways and things like that, and everybody who's doing them should be very well versed in the laws and terms of service that go together for their country and their region. I'm in Canada, so we talk provinces, but our American friends obviously are going to be states as well. So, I mean, I hope everybody's always going to have patience with each other, but at the same time, when we're talking about money, things get very serious. And there is a company out there called Gleam. I haven't looked at it in a while, but I'll put it up here for a second for you. GLEAM.io. I'm going to put this in the chat. For anybody that wants to think about doing giveaways on their channel, even I've done some here in Superchat, but you'll see how loosely I've done them as well. And I'll describe what I mean by that. Gleam.io. If I'm understanding right, I don't know if they're still doing the same thing that they were. They were a platform that lets you do giveaways and covers the terms of service for you to make sure that you're 100% compliant. So you have to forgive me. I can't give you a straight answer just because obviously I'm not a legal professional, and forgive me for dancing around it that way, but it is serious business, right? So when it comes to promises that we make, we have to be able to fulfill them. I have been lucky in that I planned what I was going to do before I did it here in Tuber Chat. We've only done a few giveaways, 3 times if I remember right, for episode 500, 600, 700, I guess, and 800, so maybe 4 times. But what I did, I know that different people live in different parts of the world, and I said, okay, I'm going to send it, like the prizes, wherever everybody lives. And if everybody lives in, faraway countries and it costs $100 per prize to send them, I'm gonna have to do that because that's what I'm promising. But I know that the statistics say that 90% of our audience is probably in North America, so it's probably not gonna do that. And once in a while we get somebody from the UK and this and that, so it hasn't hurt too bad, let's just say, when you think about shipping and stuff. But you have to think about all these things, and it's very important. So what I would do for anybody, like I said, that's thinking about doing giveaways, because I know a lot of people do them, is to make sure you understand the terms of service and community guidelines as well, because those go together. Then there's laws in every country and possibly even every state that have a little bit of weight on that. That's why some things are not available in some countries. Some countries, people cannot use super chats and memberships because their governments look at that like gambling, even though we all would say no, it's not. But the idea is, if somebody pays money, something happens online. Very much like a slot machine. You pay money and the slot spins. Whether you win or not is another story, but it could be looked in that way. Could be looked at in that way. Yeah, Tampus Creek Homestead and more. Thank you, Scratch and PP. I fixed it in the background there, but it was because I had the description was probably too long, and I had that code at the end of the what's it called? URL that makes it automatically subscribe, if that makes any sense, or close to it. So forgive me, Hunter Banshee, or did I say that right? Banshee Hunter. Forgive me for that. Thought giveaways had to be free entries. Yeah, I unfortunately, I'm not an authority. I don't know. This is why I almost never do giveaways. And anytime, if somebody was to ask me, which not a lot of people have, but if somebody was to ask me about doing giveaways, should they or shouldn't they, my only answer is you got to be sure about the terms of service and community guidelines, because you don't want to get in, even more trouble than just losing a friend and a subscriber, let's just say, which is bad enough, especially because, a lot of people are going to show up. They might be your biggest supporters. Now, when you have a problem, you might have word of mouth going against you as opposed to for you when it comes to these giveaways, right? So it's just a thought. But yeah, I'm not sure about that either, Banshee Hunter. So forgive me. And me personally, I haven't charged anybody for anything, and I've made sure here in the Tuber Chat live streams when I've done giveaways, everybody's included. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to be a super chatter kind of thing. The only exception sometimes is moderators, because I have in the past sent them a couple of things. And if I've already intended on sending them the stuff I'm going to be giving away, then not fair to have them win. I just want to give them what I want to give them and then have somebody else win something, if that makes any sense. Raymond Tacular Forever, good to see you in the house. Rock Chick Beauty, good to have you in the house as well. And then oh, Rob, I'm not sure if I quite understand. When it comes to email, that can be tricky too. So I have email for Superchat. I really don't check it that often. Almost every time somebody wants to send me a message, they have to come in here and say, I emailed you, can you go look at it, right? Because so few people email me, because we all use Messenger and Facebook and WhatsApp and Telegram and every other thing now, that I just don't look, because there's almost never any messages there. Yeah, so that's the thing. It is a fine line, like a line in the sand, galacticness, and the rules could be different for different people in different jurisdictions. So we just have to be careful. It's unfortunate. I've heard a few stories where giveaways or things like that have not worked out, and of course it's going to leave people upset. And the biggest thing, of course, is, you know, paying money is another story on top of everything else. But hopefully you get that worked out one way or the other. But this is why I would lean towards not even doing giveaways if somebody was to ask. I've only done it on Superchat because I do it so few times that even if somebody was going to get up in arms about it, it wouldn't be somebody who won. So I'd be able to probably slide through it. A lot of times we do things in life saying, okay, I'll take a slap on the wrist the first time, knowing I'm not going to get arrested. You know what I mean, kind of thing. And the other thing, asking for forgiveness is better than asking for permission sometimes. I'm not saying these things are right, but you know what I mean. They're sayings that are out there. Follow the Bradley's fun. Good to see you in the house. My other's keeper. Forgive me, I didn't have you on the wheel. I'm going to put you on there right now. And I dropped a link for our copyright-free music stream. I'm going to drop it again. We will get through a few more channels here. I'll leave this live stream running, well, pardon me, for an extra, oh, I'm destroying everything here. Pardon me while I'm clicking all over the place. Braylon Lee, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Rock Chick Beauty, I'm not sure if I said hello. Good to have you here. PK Adventure Travels, I'm not sure. Yeah, they're still here, of course. Real for Life Kim D, just please let me know if you're still here. And I know the other channels are still here. So let's spin. The Stock Explorer talks to us about stocks as well as a little bit of crypto. They often have product in hand. And they've got a series on their channel now because they've expanded their content over the years. They do a lot of lottery ticket scratching. So literally what they do here, it's called Scratching with Strangers, is they meet people for the first time and scratch lottery tickets with them. And all the people that they meet have interesting stories to be told while they do this. There's Nora right there. Like I said, product in hand, stocks, crypto, sometimes charts and graphs. A lot of friendly conversation on the channel. Sometimes lottery ticket scratch battling with other channels, which is always exciting. And sometimes StreamYard panels. I've joined them on their channel, and they have lots of guests that come and join them. Sometimes it's friendly conversation. Sometimes they're talking stocks and crypto with charts in the background. And like I said, the lottery ticket scratch battling is always exciting. And then they've got shorts on the channel as well, which feature a lot of variety. And a couple of these have done really well. 2,800, 4,200, 13,000 on one of these. And then the Stock Explorer is working on 2,400 subscribers, and they're monetized, of course. They're here as a member and a moderator, and they've been with us for 4.5 years as well or so. Tropical Buzz is working on 300 subscribers. This is Nora's other channel where they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. They got a few shorts here, and they happen to be in Florida, so they got a nice extended growing season to look forward to as well. And then my other's keeper is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Yeah, the reason why, Braylon Lee, I don't do any kind of a directory or anything like that. I actually take the chat off of the streams after too, is because the most important thing about what we're doing here has to do with connecting authentically, right? Which means visiting a channel, watching a full video, leaving a meaningful comment. If we don't do all those things, YouTube's going to take our connections and then the whole thing doesn't work, right? But the magic really happens in the chat. So this is one of those you got to be there kind of things. A lot of people won't connect. Like if you just go to somebody's channel and say, hey, I found you on Superchat, they'll just leave it. They'll be like, okay, I'll wait until I see you there. Because they want to make sure. Nobody wants to connect with people here that they aren't sure are going to be supportive literally weeks, months, and maybe even years down the road. So they make judgment calls with good reason. I recommend everybody here not jump on brand new channels as soon as you see them. Get to know people in the chat. I have an easier time meeting friends lately in chats that are much slower than this one here, where there's only 3 or 4 people there, because then you meet all 3 or 4 people all at once. Whereas for here, when we do what we're doing here, anybody can meet up to 8 or 10 people per hour if you're here the whole time and if you're having conversations. And then, yeah, thank you, Braylon Lee. So, Rock Chick Beauty, thank you for the super chat. She's done that 1,000,000 times before. I literally counted the other day, it was 1,000,000. And we're going to put her channel up on the screen next. I certainly do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary always. Driving Daily, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Our copyright-free music channel is firing up. I'm going to put the video game on in a quick second here. My Other's Keeper is another channel I'm still getting to know. They picked up a gifted membership today. They're working on 300 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. I'm going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to somewhat catch up with them. And we'll look at their shorts, videos, and live streams as well in another second here. When we look at the shorts, we see that these have gotten into almost 600 and almost 800 views on a couple of these. And then they've got live streams coming up, and they've got collaborations by the look of it with other creators. And hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. They got 3 coming up. So one of them's tomorrow, and then a couple days after that, and a few days after that. So we always set notifications for everything we see, including premieres and live streams. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. So the music channel's up and running now. Anybody can hop over there anytime. I'm going to leave this stream running for an extra 3 minutes after we get through a few more channels. But I'm really going to rifle through these now. And I should do one thing in the background here. Pardon me. I'm going to show you how in the middle of your live stream, you can actually make this stream unlisted. And anybody would wonder, why on earth would you want to do something like that? Just because you want to slow things down. You know, it's a great problem to have if your live stream was to be too busy. But since we're wrapping it up now, I'm just going to make the stream unlisted. And then everybody here will still be here, but it'll go out of the search results and stuff for a little while. Rock Chick Beauty is from the UK, and this is a creator that started by bringing us all things alternative. And they started with beauty, makeup, lifestyle, and more. They continue that today, but they also got into unboxing videos, product reviews, and now sponsored videos as well. They've got a new iPhone 16e, so I'm fully jealous. I'm going to grab that video, put it into my catch-up list. That'll be a different kind of video for Rock Chick Beauty. This is Orianne. She's been a dear friend of ours for 4.5 years now. And then shorts on her channel have gotten into 3,200, 7,800 views and beyond. And then in the shorts videos, there's a lot of variety, though, like anybody would expect. And then live streams on the channel. Now, she's only live once in a while, usually every month or two. But we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Rockchick Beauty, part of me, is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's working on 1,500 subscribers. And I've joined her actually several times on different channels, live streams. I can't remember for the life of me if I've been on her channel with her or on other channels with her and a few other people. We've done many of those. But Rockchick Beauty will be looking forward to the next live stream. And then Braylon Lee is up right now.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Braylon Lee is somebody I'm still getting to know, but this is somebody who's going to give us commentary when it comes to the idea of the most popular reality television shows that are out there. I'm going to grab the latest video and put that into my catch-up list. They just put that out today. They're posting frequently. They've got some shorts on the channel as well. These feature more variety, but they've gotten into 500 views, almost 900 on one of them. And then live streams. This is where we start to see the variety and the different shows that they're talking about. And they've got a live stream coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. So in another hour from now, right after our copyright-free music channel after party stream. And hopefully everybody will come over there. I dropped the link a couple of times. I meant to pin it. I'll do that right now. I messed it up earlier. And then Galacticness is coming up right now with some more video gameplay. We'll see what they've got going on.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And then Galacticness up on the screen right now has some video gameplay up on the front page. I'm just going to take the latest video, or this extra video. I haven't seen it, but it's just a minute long. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. They got live streams as well. Some of these are quite lengthy. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of these also, because this will help with watch hours, right? I'll put this at the end of my catch-up list, and that's that playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. Jory, Stay True Gaming, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Let me spin the wheel, and we'll get our next channel ready to go. Galacticness is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're here as a member, obviously. And then thank you, Anfield Road. I know today didn't start out very overwhelmingly busy, and I'm not sure if it's because I talked too much and dragged out my answers to a couple of questions too long, or if we just got busier than I thought a little bit later on. But thank you everybody for being here. Next week I'm going to move the times of the streams around, though. They're already posted, but we're going to do some in the evenings. I'm in the Eastern time zone, and see how those work for a while, and then we'll mix them up after. PK Adventure Travels is a channel I was immediately taken away with. They do a really thorough job when they go through some of their travel, particularly ship tours. And then they've got some news on their channel as well, where they're going to bring us entertaining cruise stories. Let's just say they've got another video coming up. This one's a premiere, but it's quite a while from now. So next month we'll have that to look forward to, but we can set the notification today. They got live streams on the channel as well. They do these weekly, so they're going to be on Wednesday again, always at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. You can get your local time zone when you get there. We always set notifications for all premieres and live streams, no matter when they are. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into 10,000, even 12,000 views on one of these, and these feature more variety along with some of the cruising and travel we know from them. 1,100 subscribers now, so we'd love to push them on the way towards 1,200, and we know that they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Yes, Rob got the guarantee today. At some point, point you get to know, like, yes, no, for 100% for sure, the last channel on the wheel for today. And thank you everybody for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here for every stream or the entirety of the stream, but I do appreciate every moment, including our friends who run the stream in the background and anybody who just comes by to say hello or give a thumbs up if they don't have time that day. And thank you to our moderators. I think everybody can see, especially today, that we wouldn't be able to even do the streams the way that they are if it wasn't for the help of our moderators. They've all been with me for years and they all have great channels of their own. I hope you'll connect with all of them. Rob is another fellow Canadian. I recognize almost everything I see here because he's reviewing a lot of food lately on top of the travel and cruising that he brings us. I'm taking his latest video, putting that into my catch-up list. I thought I had that from the other day. Little Caesar's new pepperoni crazy puffs. I should never be eating that, but I have a feeling I'm going to. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into 1,800, 2,400 views with a lot of variety. And there's Rob right there. And then live streams on the channel as well. He's collaborated with a lot of other people. You probably recognize him from other live streams as well. So thank you, everyone. We'll make a quick exit. I hope you'll come over to the music stream. I'll drop the link one more time, and then we'll see everybody in a few days. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands subs to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.